the program del page the Lama Tashi Dondrup shares the share that to read the shares and the yabu and the wood shares. Then the Lama Tashi Lam Sam Lama Tashi and the securities, Casana, Candice, Lam Sam Lama Tashi. Show your lam substitute of the lam new shoot of the Taviak shoot of Imbalet and lam summers. Lama Senata, the corner neighbor of Koyata. The Nanjur Senatane, the Nelutan, Nesul, Sen, Nelutan, Semiran, Ka, Imba de Tola.
I think that today's teaching program is about the Guru Yoga, the teaching and the practice of Guru Yoga. I'm not quite sure, but I think that was what I was told about. And the Guru Yoga it is called the profound path of Guru Yoga. Why it is called the profound is that this is one of the swiftest and the most profound path to reach the enlightenment. That's what is called the profound path of the Guru Yoga. And Guru means the highest or the peak, and Yoga means to go to that or to reach that peak path is the peak goal. That's why it's called the Guru Yoga, to get to that through this practice of this profound path of Guru Yoga.
And then Najur said the Quran. Najur said it's in Kujuru Mabu Yoganane that Chitangaran to let Tambupalakona. Send the ne look around to send the ranching Koran Tachi Chimbasan and ne taken Ka Yimba Digi ranching Kayambati Tola then Kayambatan Tea Tolan around to get send the never tell it.
The Guru Yoga in Tibetan is called Naljor. Among the various meanings, one of the meaning is that to get to the reality of the suchness of our mind, to find that mind and to place our mind or to meditate upon that, upon that reality. That's what is called Naljor, or the Yoga, Guru Yoga.
Tene dichi dangi kuare. Ten da danda ngara so nyamlen chebe kabla yalla men fisi de kandosik. Chigore sena tene rangi tsawe lama tang gyube lama de tene sangi sangi de se samba tamje gi dube ngo tene ku gindun song tamju tuk sangi jene doda do jene tende tuba tene ngata do ina tene lama Chilaki Sawa Lama, Utuki Sawa Yidam, Chiliki Sawa Chushun Suma, Tamjiki Dubegi, Sugdabo, Ningbutabo, the Rangi Sawa Lama Tanti, Kiba Lama De, then Dela Soata Meden, Yamiji, Securis.
That's the general meaning of the Guru Yoga, but according to the practice lineage of the practical meaning of this Lama Nenjor or the Guru Yoga is that the Guru is the embodiment of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. The Buddha, the body of the Buddha is the Sangha, the speech of the Buddha is the Dharma, and the mind of Lama, the mind of the Lama is the Buddha. So Lama is the embodiment of Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha.
Tene dela tingarangi dungi nangwala tene tetabuti tentaji seltap rangi tene tene kibela mata tanda di kablaina tanda gi Guru Yoga di tat lamen nanjur gi tutap mandara mamda yori tene tanda tutap di keranzol koeti tanda kamaba keba muju doji so lamen nanjur is.
And there are various sadhanas of this Guru Yoga. And the present teaching of the Guru Yoga is based on the 8th Kamapa Megiddoji's text of the Guru Yoga.
Ane kongi de la tatanda chile lungi sungli yore kongi de tane kong la soa tamna dene tamje karine dene tandaran lamsang tubgiyos and the sonoris.
And it is said that if you do this Guru Yoga and practice Guru Yoga based on the Karmapa, and it's very swift, and whatever your wishes for will be fulfilled very swiftly.
Tendanda ngaranzo kiranzo chuzo be lama namse rinpoche ta nyungshu tenda chedu tene kiranzo chi lama ten lama la soatel lama lamuguki tebache tenda chena tene lama dela tanda dela chuzo la shu yubatang lama chuzo la shu meba kibar kan yo mar dugo mare kansana lama kibar mendo be jinse kansana lama de chugulungu tugusum kusum gi ranshin re tene ngaranzo gi semde ya kusum gi ranshin re tene ngaranzo gi da tui pa tren tene soata nyamlen che yo na tene lama tha ring don dang lama shugma shula kibar dugo mare chilab chuyela.
And this Dharma Center of Choji Lama Namse Rinpoche, and he's not here right at this time, and he's sick, but it doesn't matter whether he's near or he's far. If you pray with full devotion, remembering Lama, it doesn't matter to get the blessing whether Lama is near or far, because the Lama is the embodiment of the three Buddha bodies, the Dhammakaya, Sambhukaya, and the Nirmanakaya. Lama is embodiment of three Buddha bodies, and our mind, the reality of our mind, is also the embodiment of these three kayas. So, based on these facts, if we pray Lama with deep devotion, it doesn't matter whether Lama is far or near, or in the center or in India. It doesn't matter to get the blessings from the Lama.
Menane Lama Takwa Kiranzo da Delmedi Tedenia Chikan Teba Kayo Yomaris, Chilab Jues Kayo Maris.
And in other way, if
Karisana ko Kueg Mumati Tene Teba than Yishi, the Kugoris.
So in other way, if you don't have faith and devotion in Lama, it doesn't matter whether Lama is with you all the time, 24 hours a day, you won't get the blessings, because the root to get the main thing to get the blessings from the Lama is to have the faith and devotion in the Lama.
Tene tanda chida nyingma tang ka mashi chulu samare ten lapa to ka gyu nyingma ki tene nyamlen la mugu ka bor chik tup sigores tene mugu de yuna tene tamje chiki de chugo gi ma da shinda ka mene tene dik tegin tene res gores de la tene ten nyamlen che yonde tene so so kyu la lama ki kusum to gi chilab tene yopo chu tu res.
Among the various Tibetan traditions, and especially within the Nyingma and Kagyu tradition, it is said that the devotion is the one white thing that you need to have to get the blessings of the Lama. So in this text, it starts with all mother sentient beings.
Tene manam gada nyembe simji tamde lama sangye rinpoche la soa te so sandene masena tene namba ki pesha sarabje la na chigiyore ama de ta tinchishu ka tinchishu tsewa chishu ta ngarangi ta tsewa chesa ki pe yakshu rinpoche la mangchewa la yungore te yindu zane tene mas amas labre tene ama de Ama de dene karin chimbo de dene samjin roari to samjin thamje gi dene ama lendra mambo dene je sakin de dene samjin thamje tande sinde ama mena yang kini kewa mambo bingwala ama mambo che saba yindu zane dene ama de la dungal da kangal da nyesong gi ne su ta chi kangi yong gi dene nyinga to bu yubata nyong simbala soba tinzola dene nyinjing aranzo gi nyinje ne na dene samje tamje dene ta lama sangye gi rinpoche la dene dento dunga le tharwe che do dene lama ta sangye erme gola suwa ta bare lama sangye rinpoche la suwa te so.
So in the first line it says that all the mother sentient beings supplicate to the Lama who is the Buddha. So within the Tibetan tradition, its mother is the most kind and the most grateful person in this lifetime. And although all the sentient beings are not mother of this lifetime, but we have been born into this world innumerable times, and within those lifetimes, all these sentient beings has been our mother at one time or the other. So during the time of the mothership, when that sentient being is your mother, that person has been, the mother has looked after you with most kind and most grateful ways. So that's why within the Tibetan tradition, mother is the symbol of the most kind and most grateful person. So that's why we pray to the body we pray to the Lama who is inseparable from the Buddha, going to refuge to so that we can elevate, or we can take away all the sufferings of the mother sentient beings.
Amala Amadan Meba Amatuja Yus Ama Yinenda Ama Menenda Kandar Rangi Pemis in Tabane Zewa Yubegita Simjin Ninenda Dundu Yinenda Tekishimila Sokarine Duran Zewa Yubaji Yongori Ranshingi Dene Zewa Yubegi Deep Peshani Dene Shandayan Den Dinanshi Chico Jayore Samni Tender Sanganzo Sim Jangsinenda Tinda Gom Chigure Gom Gure. So
it is possible that some mothers may not be kind or may not be very grateful to you, but if that's the case, you have to think about the most kind and most grateful person to you, whether it be another human being or whether it be a pet, like a cat or anything like that. But think about those person or those animals or pets which is most grateful, most kindful to you, and based on that thing, you just think about all sentient beings are just like that, and remembering all those things, you have to think about all sentient beings as the very kind and very grateful to you.
Kurangla tsewa yuwa jingi yore kare ine tati rangshin re. Tenit kansana dila kaala purchana kashela dila ngaranzo ki gyu la dewar shikwa nyingbu yuwa si yore. Dewar shikwa nyingbu ya pilwe gyu ya gyu tabu rabade nyingjiru yuwa dila kuwa re. Tenit kansana ko nyingjiri yage ndoyo marumando nyingjiru yuwa yore kashela. Nyingjiri chos longore mado.
It doesn't matter what kind of person that is. Even the most heinous kind of person, very bad kind of person like Mao Zedong or Hitler, even they have somebody in their lifetime who is very kind and who they consider as very kind and very grateful to them. So that's why it shows that in the Buddhist tradition we say that every sentient being has this Sugata Garbha or the seat of the Buddha. So that's one of the proof that it has, that all sentient being has the seat of the Buddha Dharma and Tathagata Garbha. But that's kind of bias, and that has not been increased, or that has not been practiced to. That's why it's just lying down there with the biased way.
Oh yeah, tene di chila tsingi badela tene manam badani de yachi boreta simji tamje lama kunkyab chugi kula sawa de so tene lama de taji khondu shubana si lama de kusum gi tani imbare tene lama chugi kula ta sawa te bata tene lama tejin lonju zobe kula sawa de sanata lonju zobe kula sawa ta bata lama chubi kula sawa ta bata tene de sawa ta piores.
And the next line is also kind of similar, that all mother sentient beings supplicate to the Lama, who is the embodiment of the Dharmakaya and the Sambhokaya. So as said before, Lama is the embodiment of the three Buddha bodies, Dharmakaya, Sambhokaya, and the Nirmanakaya. So we're supplicating to the Lama embodiment of the three Buddha bodies. So when you're doing the practice, you just think about this, all these mother sentient beings, and we repeat this prayer 3 times.
Rang Tamal do nebe jiwi tedela, then Kandruma, Jirbo, Zation Yido, Uda, then Silbu Gabdo, Uda Silbu Ba, Trolishabatan, Jensum Namkala Tawa, then the Darudan, then Duzi Beta, Tuba Kapala in the Duzi number. Then Kinja Kaimeba Jirbu, then Sijida, Western Bawa, then Tendashi Congress.
So when you're doing this practice, you have to visualize on the crown of your head the Dakini naked and very beautiful and without wearing any kind of ornaments, holding a damaru and a skull cup. Just like the Vajrayogini in the Thanga there, just like that.
Then Sami Dewe Geba. Then the Kartabsana does Shabtan to Kartabsan issue.
Like that, just in a kind of yeah, not standing straight like that, one kind of
that's
in a dancing kind of way, kind of thing.
No. Then I got then they tell that and that Tanga Yority. Is a Debnala main and remote Yority, Tala, then a Kandruma line as a quarter.
And that's the main Dakini, and surrounding that main Dakini is another 5 or some like Dakini surrounded by this. In some there are 8 Dakinis, surrounded by 8 Dakinis. So it may come later in the text.
The Tambo, Dogade de Carbo, Serbo, Marmo, Jango, Mombo, Namo, Tau,
There are various colors like white, yellow, red, green,
Mombo,
and blue,
Nagbo, Tau,
and black, and speckled color kind of.
That did about down never, Joa Tunjurmambo, then Nanga Tamjekami, Shuyu Samba, and
So you visualize that there's all these Dakanis in various colors, innumerable in color, millions and millions of these Dakanis. You visualize that in front of your sky.
Then they Taki de la Dene La Jai Gurnala, then Jai Dinala, Pemata in meeting la, then come up a Mijutorji. Then that's also the come up a Shindai in it, also Lama Sui in it, then show you something.
And in the middle of that, filled with the rainbow, and on top of the lotus and the moon disk, you visualize the 8 Kamaba Mikyu or another Kamaba, or whatever lamas that you want to visualize. You can visualize that in the middle of those things.
Then so Namba Kama Rangi Lama Shinji, Namba the Kamaba Yimbala, then more Rangi Sawa Lama Yimba Komchogre, Yan Kama Bada Rangi Sawa Lama, Elme to Trini and community goris.
So if you're visualizing your own lama, you can visualize your lama in the form of the karmapa, or the lama and the karmapa inseparable from the karmapa.
Tene kula chugu down kula tene shana karmapa lata mando keshugan ushana buya what this is deba.
And karmapa wearing the lama's robes and wearing the black hat. That's the special characteristic of the Karmapa. So you visualize wearing that black hat. And holding the Vajra and belt in the way that the Vajradhara Buddha is holding it. So as said before, you have to visualize this Lama as the embodiment of all the Buddhas and Bodhisattvas.
Manam Namu Guru
So after doing this supplication prayer for the starts with the all mother sentient beings. After doing this 3 times, then the next line comes the Namu Guru.
The Namo Sena Chasawa the Guru Sena Rangi Lama.
So Namu means to supplicate or to do the prostration kind of thing, and Guru means the Lama.
That Danjanala Chitan in the Tachiranzo Pejiton, Danjanala Sebuyore, Namu Guru, Chivitsuna Ishi Kandruma, Tangarangi Chivitsuna Ishi Kandruma, Chirbu Puga, Numa Rapto Ge, Tadrul Chinsun Namge, Tonla Sik, Dewa Misik, Urbeka, Tapton, Satajin down to Shubanashi, Dema, that Danjanala soon rescued Guru Girva.
So as said before, and as all of you have the text in front of you, probably is there already, and it's already translated there in the text. So next comes that in the space and just above the crown of your head, visualize the wisdom dakini. So as said before, that the visualization comes now in the text at this time.
Dewa Misusina Be, Kibuta Kabugi number Kartabam Kartabata. Then did I would chicken my imba tram, then the tramation made Bullana, then Dinala, then Rangi Lama Migito Genes, Rangi Lama Town, Lama Kama Migito Emil Komna, natural
So as said before, you visualize all this dakinis in front of you, and in the middle, you visualize your Lama in the form of Karmapa Midyodoji, or you can visualize just the Karmapa himself.
Then Tapsi Mitakorangi, that conditional Lama, Tapsi Emesina Doji Tribut Zimbati, they don't Yewa maybe Tadan says, then a Lama di, then Dragi Shubatan, then a Lama Gitudi, Dewatan, Tomba Air maybe, then Tadan and Mixing Sitaya Tendasiuris.
And the Tapsi here, and holding the bell and vajra, which symbolizes the inseparable from the method and the wisdom, and the mind is in a bliss with a very blissful mind, inseparable from bliss and the emptiness. And the way they look at it is also there through that inseparable of bliss and emptiness.
And
just by supplicating to this Lama, your devotion will just increase, just like a spark burns into a flame. And once your own devotion increases, then the blessings from the Lama will also come down, and you will get all the blessings from the Lama.
Then they are Naranchubo Mayimba, then Namda Sakawai Kabu in a detamjela, then it's lovely by Capsule Sambata. Capsule Turbigi Lord Mikbata with Chetuna, Mikbacheni, Mikbacheni, that the Cabu, some big Jirota. Then there's the Jena, then it's lovely Captugores, then you see the Magina young Romare.
And this blessing is not just for your own sake or just for your own thing. You should visualize that the blessing fills all the space and all the earth. And not just visualizing, you should also have a confidence that it happens like that the blessing filled all the space and all the earth. If you don't have that kind of confidence that it did so, then you won't get that kind of blessings.
Then they jola da ke tikdan la na ke nang shin tong la tong shin na ta lama ki ta ne ji kandas jene chilab kandas topiyo re da kare jene yungyo re sinan den toptan ro de la lama ku di nang shin do tong shin do na wa den da ji kongbo re den da sam re.
And you may ask how how will you get this kind of blessings from the Lama? Then you have to visualize, you have to know that this Lama's body is like, although its appearance appears, it also is emptiness, and it's emptiness and also the appearance. So that's the inseparability of the appearance and emptiness. That's the nature of the Lama's body.
Tene Lama da nyamni de nando yeme ngala nyambar shabatang tene ngaran so gen de komni ngaran ki sem de ya tamdo de ya tene ngaran ki lu da namdo chama nang sindo lu di nang sindo madruba tomba yimba da tong sindo ya nang deba yimba da ngaran ki sem ngaran so gi chi nögin jigin da nang chu sem je tam de gi ran sin den da yimba den de ran sin den de re de re de yimba la yimba thola sha yong de tene nangdo yeme lame kula sowa teps sowa tabdu tene lame kui jingi lops tene dela tene chilab tinga ranzo gyula juktu gore tene dini lame kui nangdo yeme tidang ranzo ki sem gilda sem senenda lu senenda namdo sanga nangdo tamje nangdo yeme nangdo yeme ngin je yongde tinyamdo je du gore je yongde ten chilab tin juk gore.
So you should visualize that the Lama's body is inseparable from the appearance and emptiness. And you should meditate on that one. And you should also know that your own body is also emptiness, while its emptiness also appears. And not just your own body, all this outer world and the inner beings in this world, all of them are appearance and the inseparability of the union of the appearance and emptiness. And this union of emptiness and appearance is the reality, or is the nature of this world. And the nature, we just kind of try to know this nature and try to meditate on the nature of this inseparability of the union and emptiness. When this union of emptiness and the appearance of our mind and of the Lama's mind, when these two merge together, that's how we get the blessing from the Lama.
Dane de chela trak chin tong la tong shin trak tong ye me la me sung la so de la me sung gi chin lops de ta la mai de ku re tan da ku shi bra wa ta sung de la mai sung de tra shin do tong shin do tra ba ten tra tong ye me yin ba de dane la mai gi tu nyam bra sha ba ta chilap de ngon du tra tong ye me ngon du dur thar wa tang Aranzo di la tene dratam je draton yeme tene tendre ransing imbala imbagi yiche da sonde je yonde tene aranzo gi ngala la me gi sungi chilab tendre senju gore senju tanda.
That's the blessing of the Lama's body. Now about the Lama's speech. The Lama's speech is also the union or inseparability of the sound and the emptiness. And we have to meditate on in the union of the inseparability of the speech and the emptiness. While it sounds, the speech sounds out, but it's also empty. And when you meditate that on Lama and your own speech also like that, then you get the blessing of the Lama's speech from the Lama's speech.
Ne dejela lama ge ta tu le deshin tong la tong shin de dong ye me lame tu la so an de ne chi gore do dan chi gore de lama ge tu de da shin kong do shi go la ga de dong gi ran shi yin ba de ne nyam ni de dong gi ran shin la nyam ba sha yo ba tang de dong ye me yin ba tang de ne ngara so ge yang ngara so ge sem gi ran shin de yang chi da Aranzo gitara gotom gokoni hamogor mando ranshingone pa tayona dedon ime rede ore aranzo yangsa 간서는 알아서라 대월시고 님보요래 알아서요 지구지경을 가서 라망원도 교와당 난조원도 마교르기 개버지래 되는 대교래만도 이 교디 지구지경요래 된 알아서게 된데서 소왔다 검잡 제용도 되는 알아 이렇게 샘당 라미투 대동 예매된 냠냠버 제는 제도도 되는 되게 제발라 되는 질랍이 되는 라미투다 나라 샘 지구차교래스 질랍되는 주고래스.
So in the same way, we are supplicating the Lama's mind with inseparability from the bliss and emptiness, as told before. And Lama's mind has already been manifested in the inseparability of the union of the bliss and emptiness. The nature of our mind is also same thing, but we are confused and we don't realize that in our nature. The only difference is that Lama has realized that nature of the bliss and emptiness, while we don't. So we supplicate Lama and try to meditate on the union of the bliss and emptiness and try to actualize that potential. So, and when we pray, and that's how we get the blessings from the Lama's mind.
Tane tante di tane jen sena pa ten ta lamegi tu kuigi tane jilapta sungi jilap tugi jilap tane ranshingi takbegi nene jen jane maransogi sosola pa to maransogi timba tang am yanan tane jingila pa tane niga rite oris.
So next one is the inviting the wisdom deity of Lama, and then inviting and visualizing that Lama's body, speech, and mind has been dissolved into yourself.
Guru Rena Chumbetes, Nangpachata Wiki Gang, Tupe Ponitis. Da Guru Rena Sena, da Guru Sena Lama Rena Sena, da Rinpoche Amsa Chimbosigurwa. Then Peviondu, then a Nangpacham Jada Wiki Gang. Then a dinium to Tubeki Ponia da Kor, then the Pawuta Pamola Soba, then Mambupa Yam to Pevni. Tene chilab mebung ururu, tene chilab de tene mebung barwana, mechimbu barwana she ururu. Ta tene lama ki tuki ngamda tokwa tamche tene ba sharara sene ba ching tokwa meba ba jonyungi yoba toba tene chile kuru sare.
So then we invite the wisdom deity, and after that, then the wisdom deity then as invited wisdom deity comes there in front of you, and that's the line that's in the form of the jewels, and that Lama is now appearing in front of you. And as it appears, as the wisdom deity appears, the blessings is just like a fire spreads, just a wildfire spreads, just like this, that the wisdom and the blessing is, you get the blessing down from the wisdom deity. In the same way, all the realization of yours also being unobstructedly increases within yourself. So the realization of Lama is unobstructed and poured forth from the Lama's body, and as you have this devotion and faith within you, and your own realization is also increases by the blessing of the Lama's realization.
Lama Chimbu Kiki Jesu Datu Jingilab Jisik Sols. Tenanzo Lama Kiki Jesu Dubu, Stacha Dubu, Tene Kiki Jinglab the Nubatam Janaro Jesa.
And the next line is now you are supplicating to Lama that we are following your footsteps, we are your followers, so please grant the blessing please grant blessings. That's now you're supplicating to Lama.
Nature deal chimbo na, such a dela chinab narrosis. Tene Trupcho Tala Wanshi Kurus, then lands on Yamenji in Trubapo Tala Yan, Tene Lamaki Wanshi Kuruna.
And you are supplicating that you grant a blessing for this sacred place, and also grant a blessing for of the four empowerments for us as a practitioner to grant the four empowerments.
Then the launch course. The one she said the one Sila Kupumbe Wang. Then Bumbe Wang. Then Sawe Wang, Shiravishi Wang, then the one she was 2 Rinpoches, one Jidang, that one system that's yours.
And the four empowerments are the was empowerment, the secret empowerment, the wisdom empowerment, and the symbolic empowerment.
Then Choda Tumungu to Jols, and then Choda Tumungu to Jols, and Chogging to Janet Sendela, Seringbo, Ne Yunwa, then the Yunwa down. Then the Panjul Longula Sopata, Yabu Yuvatantala, the Chita Tumu, the Timayin, the Mambu Kanjo, and the Mambu, the Arazo Hakoya Latin. Then a chogging room, then Sage Chembugita, Nyam the Topak. Ya compelled Oma Shiba Lang, Shiba, the Shene compelled to what and didn't want to do all the software into chogging with the then Choda chogging room, then Choda Tumu of the service. Then it is a masse between the Ken and Barjetam J and Serges.
And then we are supplicating that please grant the supreme and ordinary siddhis, the achievements. And when we talk about ordinary ones, that is talking about the without any sickness, have a long life, and have a good wealth. And there are so many other things, and these are the main things that now we can relate to. And when you talk of the supreme achievements, that refers to the achievement of the Mahamudra. Those who doesn't recognize or realize that our mind is the Mahamudra, to recognize that one, and those who recognize to increase and to actualize our own nature of mind. So that's the supreme achievements, and that's why we are asking to grant this the ordinary and supreme achievements, and not just the. And also supplicating that all the obstructions and all has to be averted, and so that we can have a very unobstructed way to practice this and get the blessings.
Then tracking Malaysia, Chidang, tracking the Chidang and the Chilogi Tata was said in a so and the Digala Tati Naransogi Semgita, Nimung, Tunga, Sobatintola, Tene, Tasiyore, then Tati Shina, then Chilo Tati Ranching Chitugore, the Indu Nangi Tati, then Tunga, the New Tire.
And next one says that to pacify all the enemies and obstructionists. When we refer to enemies, we always think about something outside of us. But here we refer mainly to our inner beings, the 5 poisonous things. That's the main enemy that hindrance or that obstruct us from getting realizing our own nature of mind. So when we talk about all the enemies and obstructionists to be pacified, we refer to that 5 poisons.
Tajinda Namka Tampana Tamche Kanwa Kandroma Mambu Yuva Denza Tamche Datanda Chik Kanuma Tamche Chigla Timni during Paturin of Gentila Timni, Kamado of the Kandroma Dene Kado Ngai Golata, Tigola Dene Nabudang Tau Jamin Dene Kone Domni Domni Dunchak Dorva. Tajima British Kanduma Tamja, the Chazan Sula, the Kanduma Duna Su Duba Sam.
So before you've been visualizing millions of dakini in front of you, and now you have to visualize that all these millions of dakinis dissolve into each other and make the 7 main dakinis of the 7 colors.
The Tankari Lama Honabalachi, Yorita, Kawasana Mishimata.
I know that Lama has one tanka of that one. Not sure where that tanka is placed at this time.
Then that doesn't Kanduma Dun, the Dinky Lakama Batija, then the Taco and Tain Jainala, then Kanduma, the Dunito Sconi Yoris.
So you should visualize that the Karamapa is at the center, and surrounded by him are the 7 dakinis in the rainbow light.
Then Leggy Kandroma de Kundo Jango. Jango, the level of Jango. Ne was Jango turn a Dada Sunja, Tangaranda Sunja Scarine, Tinzola Sunjala, Pope, then Dada Sunjagi, then Tadogi. Tadole, then Jungigida, Nazadan, Nobatan, within the short Tamje. Then Bamrola, Nimaki Sepobata, Pony Bashundra Nation, then Sasson, some place.
From the now Karmapa is at the center, surrounded by the 7 different colors of the dakinis, and from the green dakini, you should visualize that the green light radiates from that green dakini, and that green light dissolves into you and all the sentient beings, and by dissolving and by getting that light, green light from that green dakini, you should visualize that all the
Tadola, then Sakile, Nasa, Tungal,
all the negativities that been accumulated through the jealousy, has been all. You should visualize that all the negativities that accumulated from the jealousy has been pacified.
Anything rather set up Koatoma Mebane Tadabado, Tadole give it you don't learning Nidon then leg Kandroma Jangudula Pashapo Prince.
So, and then you should visualize that from the time, immemorial time, whatever negativities that you have accumulated through this jealousy has been pacified, and you confess that in front of this Lady Kandroma, the green dakini in front of you.
That didn't I think the jela, then Rinjin Kandroma, Sermo, the Tala, that the jela. Then a Kanjima Kandroma Semo de la Wester Sergidoda would turn. Then Maranzogi Nagegi Konesako Gita, Tajinajin, Nazata, Tumota, Nobata, Midimbo, Tamje, and a cell on some. Then the Nagegi Konesako later, Tiba Tamje, then Hakuwa, the Hamagoba Karajun, you the Chadon, then in country to the Shapo Chibatan, Rodaji Korea.
So in the same way now, from this yellow dakini, of the jewel yellow dakini, you should visualize that yellow light radiates from there just like the color of gold, and that radiates light and then dissolves into yourself and all the sentient beings, and you should visualize that all the negativities that you accumulated through the pride, has been dispelled or has been pacified.
That's what I am Pemakandru Marmo, there was a marble tree. Then Dosha Le Jurigi, then Nasa Nebala Sobodat and the Chibore Tankar Chazan Pa Dan and then never sir. Then Dosha La Dosha Gigoneta, Garik Nundu Cheba Chazan Yasapapu.
So in the same way now from this red lotus dakini, the red light reaches from that dakini and dissolve into yourself and all the sentient beings. And by dissolving that into you and all the sentient beings, you should visualize that all the negativities that you accumulated through the desire has been pacified, and all the negativity you have committed from this desire, you confess in front of this red dakini.
Mm-hmm. Tene sangye khandro karambo le wesere yang karpo che tene timu gi kone sabe neda tenda tiba tamje ta song sam tene di kone sabe le da di nundu chazang la tene timu gi kön tamje la kan joni ne sabo pu.
So in the same way from the white Buddha dakini, the right radiates, and you should visualize that all the negativities that you have committed through the ignorance has been pacified, and whatever you have committed through ignorance, you confess in front of this white dakini.
Tene tamzi khandru namu de tamzi khandru. Tila wasa nabu chune, tene wasa tingna chune, tene tamzi nyamcha kare ta chi soso tabi tomba nang chanchu simki laba sangwa ki tamzi la soba kare ine chindo pa sel ne tene tabar sam tene chibara ya tene te tundu tamzi khandru tundu ta kan chungwa te shakwa pil chinje me chungwa tamzi che.
And the next one is the black dakini, that's the samaya dakini, and you should visualize that same thing, and you visualize that through this black samaya dakini, whatever broken samayas that you have through this individual liberations vow, or both the sattva vow or the vajrayana vow, whatever broken vows you have, you repaired all this broken vows based on this black dakini, and you confessed all the broken samayas and then repaired through this black samaya dakini.
Da di chela dorji khandro ngomo tele wase khado ngombo che tene da chipo chen yang tene shedangi kone sakwe ki ta na ta tungwa me ba tamse sel tene shedangi kone sakwe te kayi ne no ru chazan shakwa marje lang gyo ba chinje ni che de tamse ki shakwa pu
So da khazan
da tamse da dorji khandro
So next is the blue dakini, there's a vajra blue dakini, and the same way you should visualize that the light radiates from this blue dakini, vajra dakini, and dissolves into you and all the other sentient beings, and by dissolving these things into you, you visualize that all the negativities through the hatred that you committed through hatred has been pacified, and you confess, and before this blue dakini, that all the negativities that you have committed through the hatred, and pledge that never to do this negativities again through this hatred, you confess in front of this vajra blue dakini.
Dichila nazo khandro sena khandro ta tawan kabon na bon de nazo khandro kundo trawle wesere khado nazo bathe dusum chanyam gi kone sakwe gi tene neda neba ba je tamje gi so tamje tene sewa sam tene da dusum chanyam gi sakwe gi nonru ni wa chi chi wa tamje sakwa je.
So the next one is the and in the speckled color of dakini, and you visualize in the same way, and the light radiates from this dakini and dissolves into you and all sentient beings, and by dissolving this this speckled color of the light into you and all sentient beings, you visualize that all the negativities that you committed through the three poisons, all the three poisons has been pacified, and you confess, and never to do this kind of negativities again in front of this dakini.
그 쿠코란데 단다 타우 찍을 타우는 지단 제가 나고 제가 가고요래. 왜서 초대잖아요. 다 와서 가도나 나마 두고서.
So when they say Packard color, when you have the picture there, the picture of the dakini is half in white and half in black. But when the right reads from this dakini, the right light is in 5 different colors.
다데 단다 데 칸드말라 때네 데네 제바 중앙에 탑 약수지 인송어래.
So it is said that this is one of the best methods to purify our negativities based on these wisdom dakinis.
되네야 단다 대상 대바시라자면 아마 별라이나 디게 단다 될라 때네. 될라면은 저 될라 때네 되네 네바 된돌라. 되네 벨버 이러바 벨버 네. 뭐다 저거나 하다로 준비도 지지마. 되네 될라 말 저도 담아다 단다 한다 소소네. 벨버 네바 될라 된다 제 루스지어를 쓰기도 통만.
I haven't seen it here in India or anywhere outside of Tibet, but it is said that in Tibet, in ancient time while in Tibet, that this kind of practice or ritual based on this Guru Yoga is being done with on top of a stick. You have this tie a torch or something like you tie the cutter and then have the different colors of butter, just like the colors of the dakinis. And then light that torch, and then and if you do that for the sick person, it's said that it's very helpful to elevate or to get away from that sickness.
Dene tada kama chame gi de sona 드립 덴데 미텔라스 tikbata driba chukchimba yuwa midela dene lame chilab jukka wares de indu zane dene chilab mashuk mashuna de nyam tokwa ki mares de indu dene dela dene thoma dita tikdib chungwa ki tabdi deju dane dita kechimbares nega chimbares.
So it is said by the great Karma Changme that for those persons who have very thick obscuration or the very bad kind of negativities, it's very hard to get the blessings from the Lama to those persons. So that's why it's very important to purify all the obstruction, all the negativities in order to get the blessings. So that's why its first thing is very important to to cleanse or to purify all the negativities that you have committed from the time immemorial time.
다 단다 예수부 되거라 제단 단 전자디나 다 전자디 리기도 와. 요 콘서페싱이나.
So it's now in the text. If you find the text,
you know.
On page 7 of the Guru Yoga.
Tenen 전자나라 예시 칸드론 정고 칼라샤르 네든 테메소는 외기세르 데든 예버교도 쳐바나 나저마 베톤도 돌로샤 스탠다드 이거 제단다 링에 쉬르반 전자디라 전자 코라온라 베세 보여래.
So it's very clear in the text itself. 칸딜라고
이 전자고 이스트 코라 달라면제 도르와 티나라타 예시 칸드론 정고 칼라샤르.
So it says that the wisdom dakini green in color appeared in front of your sky. So all the negativities and the sickness has been dispelled through the light. That's the light we're talking about before, the green light that radiates from the dakini.
Then Niger Marble don't tell us. Then Yamlemba Niger Batten Mapal Niger Mapal more than Dunla Shapa Province. That is a kind of Jango de la Shapa Province.
So it says that all the negativities and all the sickness that has been there within ourselves, we confess that in front of this wisdom dakini.
Then the chilla chigura, Yishi Kanto, Sermo Kala Shars, and Dada Yishi Kanto, the Serbo Kala Shars.
So in the same way I said before, the wisdom dakini, yellow in color appears in front of yourself.
All the
negativities and sickness and all these things being dispelled by this yellow light. So whatever negativities and all the obscuration that we have in our stream of our mind, we confess that in front of this wisdom dakini, the yellow in color. So in the same way, then the red color wisdom dakini appears in front of you, and all the negativities has been dispelled by this light, by this yellow light, and we confess whatever negativities that we have committed in front of this wisdom dakini. So in the same way, now next comes the white dakini. And then after that is the black wisdom dakini. And after that is the blue wisdom dakini. And then is the speckled color.
Signal
it's very clear in this text, but it's not specified is the 5 poisoners that each wisdom dakini dispels within ourselves. Other than that, other things are very clear in the text itself. So although, as I told before, in Tibet you used to do this ritual that you toss the light and then do it for the sick person, but we don't do it here, so I don't think that's very important here.
Mingla Bella Camper, 100 tipsels, 100 tipsels, Bella Peju, and the Luxus Shuchimbo Yusarama, Gamama Menda, the Zoiting Gishrama Boyomara, Teneta, Tenegi, Zajur Damantagone,
So in ancient times, there may not be many doctors or this physician and the medicines. So that's why they use lots of ritual things based on these kind of rituals. So that's what this particular ritual is called Kantur Tipsel, which means dispelling the obscuration based on the dakinis.
Tene dejela Kanduma Dajin Dunuba di Chadon Kaduma Marbo de la Tim. Tene Mamu de Wedushune Laran La Tim, Timba Yinsam.
So after that, you should visualize that from the 7 wisdom dakinis, all the wisdom dakinis are dissolved into the red wisdom dakini, and that wisdom dakini is dissolved into yourself.
Then Rangi Lu Tamagi Lu Dia Ne Guniden Torje Pami Kulin Juasam.
So so far we are visualizing your body as an ordinary body, and at this point now you should visualize that this ordinary body of yours has been transformed into the transformed into the Vajra Yogini.
Tene Moranda Kundo Marbo Yimba, Kuchirbo Yimba. Taji Kondo Shiva, the party many Pagita and the Paginashira.
So you should visualize yourself as the Vajrayogini and red in color and naked, just like the one that depicted on the Thanga there.
Tene kincha kaya meba, tene medo mabi chungwa, tene shiyuba.
So without any kind of ornament, without wearing any ornament except one garland of flowers.
Tene tando dina la mi se mi do na do mi go gi chungwa ngap chu nga ni ne jore ta to chungwa to.
So it doesn't specify in the text, but visually it says that you should visualize with the garland of skull cups, about 52 gardens. Holding a katamka.
Then wegi kingurgin, then wegin the word down, may kingurna la pet, Sanatai medam wegi kila shuyuba.
So surrounded by the lights.
Then Pemata, Mima, the thing la shuyuba.
And seated on the lotus and sun disk.
Then it did Doctor of the Dujana, then Kuchibu de Karageneresana, the Namsa Mevata, Kunju Mevat and Rajani Chibu Mayimba. I am Sabatani Chibu Imba Mayimba. They turned that day, then Melo Kai Imbate, Branching Kai Imbate, then Kai Imbate, then Imba get told about Netever.
So the way that Vajrayogini appears is in the naked in color. The naked, she's naked not because that she cannot afford to have a clothes on, or not because that she feels hot and she took off everything. It's not just like that. It's because it's whatever the reality is, and is being on seated on that reality, is being grounded on that reality to show that thing that's depicted as the naked.
Tene shell chick la tene chutamji chugi ku chick chutamji ta chugu yachi yimba.
So one face which symbolizes that all the different kind of teachings, the reality is just one.
Tene chen sum yimba yuba de dusum tene matiba siki yuba.
Depicted in 3 eyes. 3 eyes represents the. She knows all the 3 times without any obscuration, without any hindrances. She knows. Depicted with 2 hands representing the union of the methods and wisdom. Holding a kapala in one hand, which represents that bliss and emptiness, inseparability of bliss and emptiness. And on the right hand holds the curved knife, representing that the cutting of all the 5 poisons. So 2 feet representing the without dwelling in the either on samsara or the nirvana. And also like that 1 feet is grounded on the ground, which means that's in the samsara, in the cyclic existence, and other feet being above the ground, so showing that as nirvana.
And then a meadow mabu chawadi the logu tola in Namakagagi that in a meadow day. Then a chawat kundu da mishi sawata and a dungalda, and that's the Nasin the Yoruba, Tenzogi la ba yoegita. Looks to the joy is about digging. Did a guitar, Namdo in Burgit and the Sotam de Jumba, the
So wearing this garland of red flowers, it is said that in ancient India, people wear the garland of flowers when you have lots of suffering. That's a particular kind of flowers. They wear when they're going through very particular type of sufferings, like when people, at the time of people's death or something like that. So the fact that the Vajrayogini is wearing that is that he doesn't have any kind of concept of those things. So that's showing without any conceptualizations. And wearing 52 skull cups, that represents although we have innumerable number of these different kinds of conceptual parts, but it is said that for a practitioner, there are 52 main conceptual parts. So in all, this 52 skull cup represent to eliminate these 52 different kinds of conceptual thoughts. And holding a katanka or the trident, which represents the male heruka, so it represents the inseparability of this wisdom and method. So you visualize yourself as the Vajrayogini, as explained before, and in front of you, you visualize the karmapa, the main karmapa, surrounded by 7 other karmapas. So there are in total of 8 karmapas. You visualize that in front of you, the sky.
Tene rangi chidudu jum tandu dungi kamapa zoodi dundu pemne rangi dundu pemne tene tenjogi kur gyurwa sampures. Tenjogi.
So then you visualize that among the 8 kamapas, you're visualizing in front of you, the main kamapa from that appears in front of you and then dissolves into the chakra samvara.
Ene kunta chakra samvara de kundo ngombo chensum choegi shimatro imba.
So that chakra samvara is blue in color and 3 eyes and semi-wrathful form. So that's the chakra samvara. So that depicted on that tanka has been together with the female, but the one that we are talking of right now doesn't have the female chakra samvara.
Tenetagi bagwe sendap launching the colon rubegi kencha lasopata trapugi chechang yuba.
So they're wearing all this wrathful attires, like this the skin of the tiger and the skin of the elephant.
Tene cha de la temjo de mandra de la dus de la dus verwatanda that yapyan sonan detergent.
So the one that depicted is with the female chakrasamvara. The one that we are talking about is only the male chakrasamvara. So the hand gesture is something like that. So, yeah, the symbol of dharmata. Something like that.
Tene shab Jiangxi Yun Gumba, the Shab Shudan Dina Shirisha.
So the feet is just like that and depicted there.
Tene Naran Dada Doji Pamayimba, Dinecha Yungi, Tuzi, Ya, then Tuzi Jambi Ishiki member, Tuzi Ya Puva, then Tuzi Ishiki members or some.
So you yourself is visualizing as Vajrayogini, and you as Vajrayogini is offering this the nectar with your left hand, and from the nectar that you're offering, and you're offering this nectar, and then from that nectar, the flame comes out from that nectar. And the wisdom flame comes out from that nectar. So, and then from you as the Vajrayogini, and lots of lights comes out from your body. And then you invite this, you as a Vajrayogini, you invite the Chakra Samvara from the secret place of yourself. And then visualize that this Chakra Samvara resides, dwells in the heart of yourself on the disc of lotus and sun. So then, if you're practicing yourself, then you practice with a, I don't know, wind kind of punjin, wind kind of, I don't know what to say. Vas wind, so in form of vas or something like that when you are practicing yourself. But if you're practicing this in an assembly of other people, then you do that so then in the kind of so it's not so strong. The wind is in the middle range, mid-range wind. So you visualize that the Chakra Samvara that you're visualizing at the heart of yourself as this Om Ahum, Om at the forehead, white in color, and Om Ah Amapo, and the Ah red in color at the throat, and Hum at the heart. In the Hum that you visualize at the heart is the blue in color. And at the navel you should visualize the whole syllable yellow in color. And these 4 letters, you should visualize that these 4 letters are empowerments of all the Buddhas, embodiment of all the Buddhas, body, speech, mind, and body, speech, mind, and the wisdom of all the Buddhas. These 4 letters symbolizes. So I think if it's too much of this visualization, you may get confused. So think about this thing, and if you have any questions, then you may ask now.
Yes. Now, I'm not sure, maybe you should have one of these, but when you become Chaksamvara, is it when you go Namka Gangwa Miki Dorje O Usraje Dorje Gawa O?
We haven't come to that point yet. It will come later.
Well, at what point, I'm just wondering, at what point do we become Chaksamvara in the text?
So after visualizing these the 4 wisdom dakinis, and after you after the 7 wisdom dakinis, and after we confess all the negativities,
Right.
after that you should visualize the chakra samvara.
Okay. Well, that's about it. Yeah. That's about page 7.
Yes.
Speckled dakini. What are the colors of it?
Oh, half in black and half in white. They told it.
Chakra-
Half in white and half in black.
Oh, okay. What are the colors of these four letters?
The Om Karpo,
Om white in color,
Marpo,
A red in color,
and the Humbo,
blue in color,
the Hoserpo,
and Ho yellow in color.
So just so I get so at this point, you're Chaksamvara, and you're visualizing the guru in front, like the
Rani?
Karmapa or the guru in front, and
아니 이 말어. 된주 말어. 된주 말어.
말한 말이 아마 받으러 나랑 또 담는다.
아니 맞지 봐면 된초디 수수기 대화 인가.
저기 다 담은 바 인바다 라마. 아마 dinne günü 또 된저 참와. 된저 참는데 야나는 되는데 인가는 내십니다.
No, you the Vajra Yogini and you wish.
담보는 또 담을 봐인바. 대체랑은 또 칸두마기 집중 재산에 간도 되네.
Okay, we start as an ordinary person, and we confess all our negativities to this wisdom dakinis, and then we transform ourselves as Vajra Yogini, and then we visualizing Karmapa in front of our space there, and then Karmapa transforms into Chakra Samvara, and that Chakra Samvara we invited and from our secret spot, and then resides at the heart. The Chakra Samvara resides at the heart now. So far, it's up to that. Yeah.
Which one is chakra?
Chakra Samvara. Then show
네.
This one?
다케도 카세 하고 말해. 다단도 상하기 다텔라 감젤라 되는 지단도 상마 상기 좀 된대. 이내 상기 좀 된대 기전에 다 되게 툭탁다 되네. 되게 냠내라 때네 되네. 만다만다 내줘래. 이내 덤발에 로스트가 상기전에 된적하요 말해.
So in the Vajrayana Buddhism, you will see all these different deities, but you may not know that. But these are all Buddhas, like Shakyamuni Buddha itself. There's nothing other than Shakyamuni Buddha. But these are all there, just transforming into different aspects. So that we have all.
준진다 그바신다 로마신다 소소소기다 두와틀렌슈 디기 던도 되네 다 말라지 가르쳐 버려서나 되네 될라디지스 딜라 쿠르싱 될라된다
So for the particular disciples or for a particular person, these different deities has been come into being, and Buddha taught to practice on these kind of different kind of deities.
네, 처음에는 다처럼 죽인 키랑도 된단 가라 등에는 마 사진 되잖아.
So if you don't have any questions, we should recite this text, Guru Yoga text, however you do your own way. So
one text to him.
text in English, is this
그런 좀 되잖아. 공부 된다는
네.
You are the yeah? I don't know how you send here.
Oh, you need text. Text. Yeah. Okay.
I don't know. You need this one?
No. You want me to go right from Manam to Danya?
Yeah.
And how far are we going to go?
Just end.
Just
Right to the very end?
Yeah.
Okay. Manam Kadanya
Yambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Sanjay Rimbo Jala Sovade Manam Kadanya Yambe Sanjay Lama Kunja Chigi Kula Sovade Manam Kadanya Yambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Dija Monjin Zobe Kula Sovade Manam Kadanya Yambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Tuje Tube Kula Sovade Manam Kadanyambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Sangye Rinpoche La Sovande Manam Kadanyambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Kunja Chige Kula Sovande Manam Kadanyambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Dije Zobe Kula Sovande Manam Kadanyambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Tuje Tube Kula Sovande Manam Kadanyambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Sangye Rinpoche La Sovande Manam Kadanyambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Kunja Chige Kula Sovande Manam Kadanyambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Dije Monjun Zobe Kula Sovande Manam Kadanyambe Sanjay Tamje Lama Tuje Tube Kula Sovande Chive Zona Yishe Kando Ma Chibo Baga Numa Rabdo Ye Dewa Ganjo Namye Tongla Se Dewa Nisu Juve Kanya Tende Dame Shame Bulona Sawe Lama Migye Doje Ne Kelon Chalo Shana Seno Kapshe Yerme Doje Triboze Dedon Yewa Mebe Tadam Se Sowa Taba Sanje Mugu Barawa Sanje Chila Urwa Sanje Tumunda Choye Nubo Bawa Na Namsa Lawa Meba Shaka Bandane Ninge Sowa Bebe Ke Nanshin Tongla Gula Gula Suvande Lame Guye Jinjalo Trajin Tongla Tongshin Tato Yerme Lame Son La Sova Lame Sungye Jinjalo Deshin Tongla Tongshin De Don Yerme Lame Tu La Sova Lame Tu Ye Jinjalo Ke Guru Rena Jimbeze Namga Jara Vije Tube Bonya Genze Jin Jila Mebon Uroro Nyamdan Toba Shara Ke Lama Jimbo Kiki Jeso Ta Drupchir Jinge La Jishi Soso Jodiro Jimbo La Drujo Dala Wanshego Jodan Dumo Mudu Dambar Jesu Dragi Malu Shewara Jesu Kandu Jandu Kala Shane Dun Sona Veji Tite Nyeba Gyudu Tribana Nanjiro Mabal Dundo Dolo Ishe Kandu Sirmo Kala Shane Dun Sona Veji Tite Nyeba Gyudu Tribana Nanjiro Mabal Dundo Dolo Ishe Kandu Maramo Kala Shane Dun Sona Veji Tite Nyeba Gyudu Tribana Nanjiro Mabal Dundo Ishe Kanda Karmo Kala Shane Dun Sede Nyeba Gyudo Tebana Nanjala Maga Dundo Doloisha Ishe Kanda Namo Kala Shane Dun Sona Sede Nyeba gyudo jiva na nanjo maga dondo dolo sha yishe kanto mamo kala sha nidin dime sonam wije dide nyeba gyudo jiva na nanjo maga dondo dolo sha yishe kanto kamo kala sha nidin dime sonam nyeba gyudo jiva na nanjo maga dondo dolo Kawe mi gyu dorje a wase kawe dorje kawa ho Ponyam barawe yanjin nuba hong Jilma sawe chile trabo hong Jizan damba gushe wanchu jinze yeshe gero Parachawa kyata kyawa karma bachin Sanje jinlab ge kyazo kenno Yunjin ge kongbo nyeba kunse Sangye ge nyingbo lamarana Tuje wombo choge tugo Jizan dorje yanjin kenno Namsha tingye dume resa kushe dan Tabo gage gardenge simge jinge loba tenda dan trawe gyuba keno tamalge tuba rangarashi chuyen demege ranso sewa tenlege ngata tusum kemba sewa chembo tani ken Nime dutra naso surge simje druze kewe ombo resa tusa tan cheba yim mudrogen junne tamba keno yawan tamche chikto dune kalde mumbra zebe nu devara sheba karma bai kamsan tinye nyoba tan chalwa keno chetile shila rawan Tomne ishe de samje chila powa Rupju chikdun dorje yangjen palde karma ba chimbo ken Dorje changjen yunden genden Hero kabal ne yella dunden Kewe wombu sangye dube go je gyawa Migyu dorje kenon Rawan chikdu karma ba ken Sanje chikdu karma ba kenon Deshe chikdu karma Bhake, Namje Kimba Karma Bhake, Karma Bhake. Namo Vajana Namo Vajana Namo Chikde geno sangye chede geno kunde cheche geno migye dorje la sawante so cheta jaso la sawante tabo gagye la sawante so karma kamsan la sawante so jese kera tarwa sho cheche kera dabro shoje lama kera dabro shoje drogun kera dabro sho Vajik tamje gemba sangye nyemba trukdo gyawa migye dorje sowa ngaye mendem na suye toje kege meze na suye sik sowa deso jingye loje chirdo sengye nime durja labare doje jodo chebe lode gyurwa meba chaja chembo chudro soje chila kyula nena sula Chambe dala me jong na su la jong gu zhen na ye me shel na su ye shel do ja chu ye me do na su ye le ni nga je la me re na su la re tu do jin da mi jo na su la ta ge ten den ke wa kun ge chal ma te zum zen ne se ve ten ro lo de ling ro tu be gom si zo ten gem so ne be sang Sangye Yunde Shewara Minu Be Kyazo Kanyam Sinjin Tamje Ge Ma Tukje Tukba Mebe Tarjin Nidun Rowa Migona Sugon Sewe Tada Migona Nam Mudro Dinsa Menzo Na Namzo Toye Chidro So Ton La Chudro Duba Shidan Kaya Migundro Tada Dendro Donzo Che Lama Tamba Tame Sinjin La Sidan Sowan Debo La Shodan Mise Tungwe Shijia San La Gamna Nyanyin Jingnan Ge Duso Si Lama Rinpoche Dungi Duba Jin Chilab Ge Powa Jin Tokbe Tingze Jin Mushi Chendang Den Zuzhulu Goba Dende Sumi Kachin Sowa Sangye La Jang Su Tumba Taba Jude Taba Ramjam Tum Taba Jide Wanjo Nigun Rube Dine Chitok Sowa Jezo Turje Zimbra Mudrovje Tsingajin Kaju Zuba Meba Mugu Dulwara Nube Chinle Chandata Zube Sanje Tamba Dusum Gesa Dan Cheba Tamel Simjin Dundu Tada Nidu Mbulu Sewa Chimbu Shi Hakunge Denja Dube Nun Senjeran Tabur Jine Chinge Lo Shi Jen Lama Tamba Kasowan Chinze Lekbara Tongwara Chinge Lo Shi Chizon Zemra Zimbra Chinge Lo Shi Tuye Chidon Debra Chinge Lo Kewa Ne Kewa Seram Ne Sera Tamje Do Paraden Lama Tamba Kebe Chawa Tamindala Chinge Lo Shi Mikibe Chawa Namba Tamje Do Minjung Wara Chinge Lo Shi Kewa Ne Kewa Seram Ne Sera Tamje Lode Lama La Chene Chu Shinge Kazal Kanawa De La Todo Len Nubra Shinge Los Togugi Musum Dan Chugege Trulda Chubra Shinge Los Ingla Ruba Dumbure Yubra Shinge Los Yabra Chewa Nine Dembata Mugu Nama Gula Kewa Aro Jimbe Ninjunge Mugyu Gawe Chilam Chuguru Che Kewa Kundo Paraden Karama Mugyu Dorje Lama Tenjene Sanga Dorje Teba Lame Ki Kenzo Lamje Sunjo Kuto Kewa Kundo Yunzen Damba Jo Shana Chuben Zimba Konata Yidam Nimbo Paraden Dewa Kolo Dombe Jisun Zinguru Che Lamye Nimbo Mugu Chagya Che Shenlo Mo Kangden Lamme Sungchuk Dorje Changye Koban Yen Nezro Denma Truldo Sangye Koban De La Simjin Damje Ge Trulje Taso Simjin Damje Gezo Beba Di Che Dongo Paraden Sangye Nyenda Yase Kedan Sera Gundo Mendra Sho Yame Tabu Kaju La Sowan Deso Mejo Tuzum Jimbala Chukju Karma Kamzan La Sowan Deso Tuje Jan Ranjung Gunchin La Sowan Deso Nuba Jin Sangye Nimba La Sowan Deso Chila Jin Kawe Yanjin La Sowan Deso Chizun Dorje Yanjin La Sowan Deso Sume Dorje Kawa La Sowan Deso Dame Yanjin Sambo La Sowan Deso Jime Migyu Sambo La Sowan Deso Kera Sume La Sowan Deso Tuje Sume La Sowan Deso Nuba Sume La Sowan Deso Chewa Nine Sewara Shinje Lo Shimba Tingne Lo Bara Shinje Lo She Chi Yang Kume Do Bara Shinje Lo She Meda Nishe Kewara Shinje Lo Nirin Mebe Tuje Jen La Sowan Deso Cholo Mebe Tinle Jen La Sowan Deso nga je me be jin la su wan de so tong dun den den ye ze ba jin la su wan de jia wan che da jia zo la su wan de so gun jian mi ju do je la su wan de so jia wan kun che yan la su wan de so ji zun wan ju do je la su wan de so ga wan che ye wan chu la su wan de so jia jo chu yin do je la su wan de so ban de yi xie ning bo la su wan de so me do yin do je la su wan de so ban de chu ye dun ru la su wan de so jia wan zhang ju do je la su wan de so si do chu ye ju ne la su wan de so do je la su wan de so mi wan che zhe jia zo la su wan de so pe ma ni je wang bo la su wan de so wan te jo do je la su wan de so je zhen lo zhe ta ye la su wan de so kun san ka ya do je la su wan de so pe ma wang zhou ye bo la su wan de so ba den jin ze wu zhe la su wan de so ran zhong ri be do je la su wan de so tin xin sa we la ma la su wan de xin gam zhi be kya ba la su wan de so ram jam xin ye da bo la su wan de zhi re wa le de ba la su wan de so xie jia wa de ne de ba to chuo ma ye sun de su ga ba ta na den de ge ne su chu na lam do len che da jiang ni song ji jiu guo du ma zhe ne ta ru nu jiu de wa jin ji xin gang ji zhen du ji yang jian di ni ba ba jie re se wang zhu xin do ga we wo zi re ge cha ring bru jiang jie ji la ba jiang gum zam la zhen bra xie ji xie ba yi no min ji be wu qian bo jin be ju jie do bo jie la su wan de be wu qian bo jin be ju jie do bo jie la su wan de so min ji be wu qian bo jin ju jie do bo jie la su wan de so ge xin jie wa dan ne dam jie do ri sang lo se na gel me ba nin jie che xian la ma la gu be pa den la me dam jie la me sho pa den la me lam pra ta ba ge jie zang yang lo da mi jie xin jin zhe le bra tong we mu yu ye la me che la san la ju bra sho yang da lam ma dong zhao me ju jie ba la long ju xin sa dang lam ye yun de rab zong dor jie zhang ge go ban yu ro do sho yi so ben de den de na sen ba rang zhong dor jie ga ju la me so jie go da mu gu dong we so wan de nang se jin ye la do wen min ju ro dor jie den de na chum de tu jie chen bo la jia wa jia zi so jie go da mu gu dong we so wan de nang se jin ye la do se ye mi bom ba we long ye na tro we jia bo da jiao la pa wo jia zi so jie da mu gu dong we so wan de nang se jin ye la do se yin ka ju da be xian yan yum san wa yi xie zha ye la kan zhu jia zi so jie go da mu gu dong we so nang se jin ye la do se ding de ba la yi xie yan na lo ben be ma ju ne la zhu do jia zi so jie da mu gu dong we so wan de nang se jin ye la do se wo dam se xian be xian ye chun jiu mang gun jam zhe la dam xin jia zi so jie go da mu gu dong we so wan de nang se jin ye la do sa wa ju bara chen nam la de jin gu be so da be da dang zhu zhu sim jian nam ba gun jian to bara sho sim ba rang zhong dor jian ne yi xian no go nie ba ta ta xin yong ge u lu wa gun de zhong we zha xi sho zhang zhu sim jie zhen zhen ye du jie we se sho zhu zhu jun nian da wa ni sam ling de we zha xi sho sam ling de wa ra se du su su nam di ye tam jie si pa ni tom ne nie be da nam bang jie Thank you.
Thank you. So we'll be coming back for 2.
Are you coming tomorrow? Tomorrow? Okay. Lama Rinpoche Roji Jivarabhina Gadin Chimbe Ganaji Sande Gosanto Jivato Zato Lama Da Gunje Rinpoche Namba Sanje Tata Sanje Tamse Loja Santo Jinje Lado Jilamdo Jinje Lado Lam Driva Zo Jinje Lado Driva Yishe So Jawa Jinje Lado Dobe Loji Dora Jinje Lado Doji Jinje Members Tendre Dawla Jebra Jinje Lado So Tadze Dandan Dembra Jinje Lado So Tata Jin Tene Kola Tenjo Jitigola Ta Ata Tenzu Chene Tene Tichela Tene Lung Bumjin Sen Da Balung Da Kandal Da Lung Sinen Da Masinen Da Sen Nyambar Nyamsa Jibres Kom Sen Mayimba Da Nyamsa Yingala Nena Tene Lung Sinen Masine Keshira Yumaris.
So we're talking about the chakra samvara, visualizing of chakra samvara, and then visualization of the Om Ah Hung Ho, the letters, these letters, and talking about the winds, about the visualization of wind, the vast wind or the medium kind of wind. So it doesn't make much difference whether you know how to meditate on the wind or not, but the main thing is so the main thing is your mind should not be distracted, okay? Without any distraction, your mind should be there, one concentration, one-pointed concentration.
Then that this is an digital namka kawe migi torji then namka tamche kawe kim kamaba migi torji kom tere ta kamaba su kom so tere then sita donjana tere so migi torji wesiri gebe torji kawa ho Ponyambawe yanjin nuba hon timasewe chileta bo om sita jinando ta 이게 호텔의 이게 시주와 단디 된데서 디가블라 삼로 검토나 된데 상고를 다 지란 단도 패치나라 전전하는 월 주로 이르와.
So now next come in the text itself, it comes that you should visualize the Mikyu Dorji or any Kamapa that you want to, filling the whole sky in front of you, and then and then all the syllables that we were talking about before.
Then the Kabla, then ranking in Sanjik Tamji Dubi Hiruga Kamabate, then Sola maybe the good Chichigbe, then Tatajin Hiruka the Holotem Jutuvala. De la tene sola meve ki tene devata mugu chu chembogi tene jizin tamba se jizin tamba senanda ke kari ne jizin tamba ke tene 탐제 캠베 지도 담바때 탐제 캠베 바도 직 아직도 오래다 지진 담바 90원 주선데 다들 donjanante yorita kansene karini jinse shishi karuchene keranshin samegida lodel ba izira kyasa kyatama ba cheshaba tendaji mwene tendaji ngane tindi mandengu.
So after that you visualize the Heruka or the Chakra Samvara that you're visualizing, you should have a very strong, profound faith and devotion to that. And with such a strong faith, and then you have to recite the text that comes after that, which says that Jijin Tamba, the Holy Jijin Lord of the Four Kayas, that line. From there, you should recite that with a strong faith and devotion. And you should feel like whatever you do, whatever, anything happens, whatever, you, Lama, you are the ones that we rely totally on you, and thinking of something like that, you should, with strong devotion, you should recite those lines.
진짜 이식으로 봤다. 다른 남의 그런 이식으로 봤으나 또 민지 다 kinzi 뉴스기 안에 때는 진짜 이식으로 버쳐왔다. kinzi 뉴스기 란신인바. 때는 캡다 경험까마 봐. 캡다스나데 kinzi 뉴스기 캡다 대수레스나다. 다다 까마바 미규도지 코란기 숨바인데 다다 까마바 소리다. 소소 라마 카이네 때는 자르초그래. 미규도 캡다 경험까마 전부스나 때는 산지 질럽기 계속 키노스다. 까마 캡다디 산지 탐제기 때는 질럽 탐제지도 되바다 뺀 잡을링 추 탐제소 감솔을 반두바나 신좀바나 신데지기 원도부터 되는 계란레스다. 산지 탐제기 뭐 인부터부터 계레 tene yenden gi phungbo tene yenden tamji gi phungbo tene phungbo tene nyeba kunse nyeba tamje sebar je nyeba sugi sangye gi nyingbo tu sangye gi nyingbo yiba namba lama yimba nama nawa tu ji ongbu chogi tulgo jizin doji yangjin keno doji yangjin sena migi doji kawangi tsenjire tene keran shingen sita
So after that, when you're reciting those lines, you're reading that Chinze Ishi, whatever you do is the display of your wisdom or the compassionate activity. So when talking about the compassionate activity, that activity comes from the knowledge of compassion and the energy kind of thing from the Buddha's activity or the Kamapa. Here we are talking about the Kamapa Megidorji, but you can relate to all these qualities to whoever that you are visualizing, whether it be Kamapa Megidorji or any other Kamapa or any lamas that you're visualizing. You can have those things and the Kamapa Chenos. So, and Kamapa or any Lama warrior, you think you are the the heap of all the good qualities. You are the embodiment of all the good qualities, and all the negativities, all the defects. You have been purified. All those things. So you are the perfect of everything. That's thing. They're talking about. Yeah.
kerangi wene yunde tam kyun tamje se yunde tamje dan denba yinba tene nganzo sowa deba bo namla yang tiga nanshin gi tene kyun tamje ba meba so che to ba tang yunde tamje ba terwa che to ba teta ta kerang se.
And you are the perfect one who is free from all the defects and and perfected with all the good qualities. You are such a thing. And we, as disciples, we are practitioners, also supplicating to you to become something, same thing as that thing, which is devoid of all defects and fully perfected ones. And that, I was saying, Jidin Dorji Yangjin, that's another name of Kamapa Megiddo. It's the 8th Kamapa Megiddo is another name. That's Yangjin and Dorji Yangjin Keno. That's another name of Kamapa Megiddo.
tene namsha tingin dume resas tene tarchik tamni mayemba tu takpargi tene ta nganzu
So you are not just once or twice, but you are the protector or the thing that we rely upon you forever, not just for once or twice. And you are the embodiment of the four bodies, four Buddha bodies. And you are the holder of the lineage of the Tapu Kagyu. It says Tapu Kagyu because this particular Kagyu lineage is being transmitted from Tapu Rinpoche. That's why it's called Tapu Kagyu.
Kaldin ki simgyu jinglo ba tene jinjuk loma kalbata temba namgi gyula tene semgi gyula tene chilapa tertuba nantuba.
And you who able to bestow the blessings for those disciples who are worthy or who are who has the capacity to take those or to get those blessings.
Tenda da gyuba kenno se tene da tsuge tendo meba tene zama yabu tende gyuba zama tende da ki gishi.
So you are the one who has the peerless lineage holder or the gyuba ta. So you have very pure and peerless this lineage. You holder of this pure thing.
타말기 추바 랑가라식데스 되는 건도 다 타말기 남도데 추바 템바 바 식투바 메가 소투바 타말기 남도 까투바 된다 제투긴스.
And you are the one who can stop or who can purify those ordinary experiences that we are going through, ordinary perceptions. Those you can able to stop those ordinary perceptions that we are going through.
이걸 거예요래 야 코란 까마바 코란 원에야 된다 다 자서 주바 탐제 세서와 된 주인 팀이라 소서서는 주인 전에 다 주인 원도 주바라 그거래 내가 나신 로마 달라야 되나신 기타 질랍다 이거 투바.
So this can mean from two ways. One is talking about Kamapa himself, who is perfected all this, free from confusions, and who has manifested the reality within himself. And the other way is who can also bestow these things upon the disciples who has the faith and devotion.
주인 dimegi 소세와 어디로다 틀레기 마다 두숨킴바 상계 탐지기 틀레기 다고 된다 두숨킴바서 까만바 담보절하시고 그래 두숨킴바.
And it's talking about you are the embodiment all the Buddha's activity Tuzum Khenpa. This refers to the first karma of Tuzum Khenpa, who is the embodiment of all the Buddha's activity.
저와 친구 당이 키노 다키란 때네 저와 승진을 때네 저와 때네 다 가서 저와 친구들이 전에도 저와기 다 되게 타르부터만 로도도 봐 임버부터 그거였어.
And you have the great love for all the sentient beings. When we say have a great love, that means that the love without any boundaries, this for infinite love.
저와라 초리기 내봐야
without any bias.
인매되기 나서 출기 심진되지 개원 인매되기 때문에 심진 남라 때문에 탑 넘버 나서 기고네 때문에 심진기 들은 제바 심진기 유튜브 토브로 나와
So you who are able to tame all the sentient beings of these degenerated times. So you are our hope and our reliance for us as your disciples, all your disciples, that we rely upon you, that you are the one sole thing that we rely upon.
다디 무릎이 중에 담바키노 되는 무릎 탐제 용사게 되는 다 중공도부터 양 되는 양다보다 소리스는 키레샤스 발릴라마 키레도스.
And you are also the source of all the accomplishment, all the siddhis, the Supreme Lama, you are the source of all these accomplishments, siddhis.
다 제스나 다 라마 랑 까마바 미기도지네 다 까마바 다 지소스 자는 라마다 그래서 에메버데 제스나 될 야와 탐지 직도드네 되네 상계 탐지기 되네 질랍도 누바 탐지 직도드네 되네 칼딘 멤버 제비니진 칼바달레 추기 칼바달레 유바 남라 유 멤버 제비기 누바던 덴바 누바던 덴바.
So here's a Jim is Lord, whoever you are visualizing, you can be your Lama, you can be the Kamapa or any Kamapa. So you has the you can able to bestow upon us disciples the blessings and all the energies, positive energies towards all the disciples.
대월식과 까마바 당 되는 까마 감상기다 주기 규빅 라마 탐지에서.
So here Devarshiva Sugadas usually refer to the Buddhas, here we refer to the Kamapa and the lineage of all the lamas of the Kagyu.
dimni nyokpa dan trawa keno tene dajin gongda sheba nashin da gyun tamje seba ande yundu tamje dan demba gyun gi da chiji tiba da nyumbe tamje dan jelsawa trawa keno da gyun tamje bansawa de ki keno.
So you please hear upon us, who is perfected as said before of all the devoid of all the negativities and perfected with all the good qualities.
제틀레실라 라완토네 다 지라 너는 바들 라마담바케 틀레실라 라완토네 이 토발라 때네 이시 때 잠기 질라 보았어 투 기미 바때 잠기 되네 디 가서 디 귤라데네 지람 주고 때 투기 포토바 이시 때 잠 질라 보았어 질라바 포토바 다지 라마코랑이 질라데 신기라 바때 투기.
So you who can bestow the blessings, just merely thinking about those sentient beings, you can, able to benefit by bestowing this, by transferring those blessings to other people, other sentient beings.
dorji yangjin yan miji doji khona senre yangjin na dorji tugu chi dorji yangjin parni kama bakino sta dorji yangjin da kama bakino da chirang shin sen do.
And so please think upon us, you Dorji Yangjin is also another name of the Kamapa Migyu Dorji.
dorji changjin yunden kenden hirokawa yunden den kewa musan gitego dorji changjin da dorji changjin ne den yunden ki namba da 탐제 dan den ba den hirokaasna da ji danda kholo denjo namba yin illa dundin kewa musan gitebe ko ji kewa migyu doji keno sa 탐제 nimbo dan zo da ba ki
So you're saying, please think about me, Kamapa Migyu Dorji, who is the embodiment of the Vajradhara, Dorji Chanda, Herukapa, and the Heruka, which is the Chakrasamvara, Digi. So this saying here is the Kamapa Migyu Dorji is the embodiment of the essence of the Vajradhara and the Heruka Chakrasamvara. And he is supplicating again that Kamapa, you are the embodiment, all the Buddha's essence.
탐제기 다 닝보 상계 탐제기 틀려봐 상계 탐제기 닝보 더블 레세를 다 최점 내봐 이 간에 때는 되라 레세로 진설을 당하는
So it's saying that without any doubt, from whichever way you look at it, you are the essence of all the Buddhas, and you are the essence of all the Buddha's activities as well.
근데 다 까마바키노 사드다네 다진데는 님바사를 갑라 다시 공기 슈버트도다 놀라마 지란디 깨디 지란도 깨이 돌메드 대가대가라 고토구메 메드 다 디가블라야로 되네 와라 타마바당 되네 대가마바당 된도다 칸도마트도 기초종다 된도 이거도 되네 님바사 되네 미고체네 되네 제도고레 제당도.
So, and after that, you have to recite this Kamapakhyana mantra. That while reciting those mantra, it may be a little difficult for you to visualize since this all this literature is reciting in Tibetan. But then at that time, you try to visualize all the things that we talked about before, about those purification in front of those wisdom deities, and then all those qualities of the Kamapa.
되네 대단가다 같이 사사 소소도 버레 대가블라 야 참참라 감마바당 라이기다젤 시원하게 라이 자르라마다 지기 단다 수도소 이네 된도다 에네도 되나 곰나요 되네 곰 맞춰바다 곰 문직바다 강강요 말이스.
So you can recite this mantra as many as you can. You also can at this time you can meditate upon the Kamapa, and you can meditate upon your own Lama, inseparable from the Kamapa Megyodoji. So you can also do that. There's nothing wrong in meditating upon the Lama and the Kamapa at this point.
야 Lama samdongla rangi chuluk jiba mayimbe Lama jinda yine tikye den dema chubu kanyo matita zo Lama tikjila tamsiki kyo mena tene kanga te chobore kanyo mare.
So it's also okay if you have a Lama from another tradition, another lineage. You also can visualize that Lama as well. There's nothing wrong with it, as long as the Lama, the Samaya is in accord with your own lineage.
Tene de chobak junse karesena taji kondo shobasena maranzoda Lama da tamje kusum giranshire dela dene chamze 초교열에 대토교열에 대run교열에 되는 되게 미바탐도 차상 톱교열에.
So you can do this. The reason behind that is as said before, because the Lama is the embodiment of the three Buddha bodies, the three kayas, and our own mind, the nature of our own mind is also the three Buddha bodies. Because of that, anything is possible. All these things can be, together, the visualization of the different Lama from different lineage is same kind of thing because of the nature. The nature is the same.
Tene da decela tene tuji da tene yangya ta so ta bi tuji chi sangye tamji tuji chi du bate ke no sangye chi du ke no da jina jire ta yangya so
after that we are supplicating again. The meaning is kind of more the same thing. We are supplicating again and again to the Kamapa, saying that you are the embodiment of all the Buddhas, the compassionate activity.
다데네 군대 최지케노 미규 돌지케노 슈다 갸주케노 다보까지는 데서 다들 라마 규백이 체래 감 감정라 소원돼서 재생키란다 보쇼지 다들 라마가 만든 말을 신다해서.
So next is the Lama's name, the Megyu Doji. I pray to you and Chöra Gyatso. These are the lineage Lama of the Kamakaju, those Thagbo Kaju. Lama. So we're supplicating that we as a disciple may also become just like you in the future. So we'll talk about
Chuje chikana ngarangi ngone ta yashu de ngarangola yashu khorare de tene chirange.
Chuje means in the lot of the dharma. That's the kind of our Lama Namse Rinpoche also has the Chuje Lama Namse Rinpoche. So that Chuje means that from my point of view, you are the best, you are the topmost, you are ultimate thing. That's what we are referring to, Chuje, the lot of the dharma.
Da lama kiran tabu tendo siran rogun kiran tabu chuji paji tamji kemba sangin yemba da tene rogun kira tama jan sangin yemba singende da tanda miyut doji ki tsara lama re de la tene sangin yemba tukdo chukre.
So we have here supplicating Sangye Nyemba Rinpoche here. Sangye Nyemba Rinpoche is the root lama of the Eighth Kamapa Megye Dorje.
De la tene sangin yemba ne gyawang migyu doji kino ta gyawang migyu doji kama bakhoran re tene sowa ngai midena ore ta tela ken namba la sowa tene nganzo madavna suta gures.
And after that is Megye Dorje is the Eighth Kamapa Megye Dorje, and then saying that if we don't pray to you, then who else will pray to you?
Tene tuji kegi misena suises tana nganzo so tana tuji sewa kirangi masena nganzo la susi gures.
And then we are praying that if you don't look upon us with your compassionate activity, who else is there to look upon us?
That's all I'm in the Swedish. Chirdo Simjin Tamje, that's what I read on that day, Chirdo Simjin Tamje. Goes to New Megi Durjata, good New Megi Simjin, New Mumba, Doja Chimbo, Shidan Chimbo, Lagi Chimbo, Tato Chimbo, La Sobata, New Megi Durja. Then Harvard or Lapa teacher to Chebas and Harvard or Ganzuta, you see, Casacata was chicken, and of Sirva, Chebegi, then Lodelin, Loden Gurumevas, and some day, something teacher, something major, but then my Imbakura, Casacatan by Lode Cheshava, and then Loden Gurumeva, Target Chimbo of Georgia, the Dravita, Loma Hala.
And here we are supplicating for the blessing. So it's saying that for all the sentient beings, generally for all sentient beings, and particularly of this time, this degenerative time where all the sentient beings has a more stronger, those afflictive emotions, and particularly me as a prayer, I as a practitioner praying for you to grant the blessings of the Mahamudra. So we're supplicating that you have the blessings to grant upon us. So if you don't have the blessings, then who else has the great blessing? And then we are asking, if you don't look upon us with your love and compassion, then who are you going to look after with your love and compassion? So when you look after us, then we have to feel the great gratefulness, your gratefulness. So if we don't feel that, who else will feel that thing? Think about those things. All the sentient beings who are to be tamed, if you don't tame all this living being, all the sentient beings, then who will do those things? So I, as sentient being with very bad karma, if I don't rely upon you, then I have nobody else to rely upon. So you who is great powerful, if you don't help me to, purify all this negativity, and then who will help me?
kewa mambugi jine kelma mroba chigi tene tezum tsene sebe tenur tezum da dele kyogire da mari sambe tezum tsawa nyine mebe tene tengi nur tabu ta ta cheshi tabu tsige.
So you are the without any doubt is the permanent protector who will look after me. So for that thing, I don't have any doubt. I don't have any kind of slightest doubt in that.
로데 링규르도 바다데 양자다 버르지레데 이네 비겔단 라탄서 로데 링규르스 바다나 자체 갸탐바바 이식제 저바 공부 다이캡 주라 소 데네 계랑이 시조 템김 순네베 상게 데네 크로왕원에 따와네 감투 네버소 투긴기 데네 상게.
So it says the next line again same thing, saying that I rely upon you 100% without any doubt. I rely upon you, and you are the one who can able to this is dry out this ocean of samsara.
윤대 시험에는 비켜서는 윤대기 체 디고즈 요레세는 첼레 대박이 되네. 가서다고.
And your good qualities cannot be measured. So you are immeasurable. You have the immeasurable good qualities, without any limitations.
간염 심지 탐지마다 심지 탐지기 때문에 마직 진치의 마직보다 마직이 때 소리서는 계란을.
And you are like the mother of all the sentient beings.
계란이 저와도 민지 때문에 타투범에 봐서는 셀은 대바데 심지 초 가시를 임바 가시를 메우다고 마임바 때문에 때문에 투저와도 셀을 대바 때라고 때쳐보라고.
And your love and compassion like a treasure, inexhaustible treasure, which pervades all sentient beings without any bias.
니든 로아메고나 소다 계란 님이 되게 심지든 졸라더네 상놈마다는 다 술당이.
So if you don't look upon all the sentient beings of this degenerated time, then what are you going to do? Who are you going to look after?
저에 다다메고는 다 계란 저와 단다마다는 가득다기 다다고도.
So your love, with this your love, if you don't look now upon us, then when are you going to look after us?
In
the same way, if you don't grant us the accomplishment, grant us the siddhi now, then when are you going to bestow that? Asking to bestow the siddhis now. And we are asking to merge or to blend our ordinary mind and your wisdom mind together.
대인들은 다달라만 좀 자신부 이거 가르쳐는 다 당부 그benaga만 다 미지도지 코란 조르 제베기 되는 다 가기기다 지 규베기 다 자신 규베 라마 탐제 되는 데마인베기 다 지소 줄루다면다 소소 가래 있는 텐데 탐제기 그 탐제기 진조라 소와답 되는 데라 무구다 소와답네 되네 코나데 투이 탐제 찍도 되는 다지 잘하다 마선 바다 진니부니부니부니부 소 되네 똑똑지 소용도 되다 타마도네 나라조기 되네 대보다 무구예베기 있다 진주남 되네 되네 다 랑기 자를 라마당다 기베 라마도 투이 찍도 세 당보 대 제라 되네 되네 다 랑기 자를 라마들라 다 디기 상계 탐지 투지질레 네가 탐지질레 바 찍도 되사데 데출라데 나랑도 소소기 되네 심 랑기 셈당 라메 투예메도 제네 되네 제제데 질라데네 된 람사만네네 저로세 텐데 진세거로 된데 제용도 되니고 또 용도 되네 질라도 봐 태가다 카도라바 뉴와 교가 야가 된 노르사 충와 딱 되어 된다 임바데 될라데는 람사모세 된다 진다 디다로데 제다로 된다 되네 제니 용도 된 뉴바데 토끼오레스.
We're talking about this Guru Yoga as a very profound path because it's called profound because when we do this Guru Yoga practice, we visualize all the lamas, the root and the lineage lamas. And then what we do is we merge or blend all the wisdom minds of our root and the lineage lamas and all the lineage lamas of the Mahamudra. We blend it together and then finally we dissolve all those lineage lamas and Buddhas and Bodhisattvas and the lineage lamas into our root lama. And then after that, our ordinary mind is blended with our wisdom mind of our root lama. So that's why it's very profound and very swift because that way we can able to get our blessing very swifter and there's very little chance of getting it wrong or getting to be mistaken or going other wrong ways. So that's why we call this Guru Yoga practice a very swift and profound path.
So then, Tati Kansina Tanta Chiran Solo, let Tambo Patan, Yamin Shera Maja, Tebata Mugula, Tatism, Chiran Chulaka, Tebata Mugu, Kanda in between machine, Hamawokin La, did also tell what you read. So great.
So for the beginners, even though you may have some interest and some faith and devotion, but still you may find this Guru Yoga practice a little too much or will overwhelm you.
In a that they had the China, they are Galicali, then you know, Chilab Joyundu, then they la Devata Yiji, then Mugu get the young Yore.
But if you keep on doing it with the strong faith and devotion, then gradually your own devotion and faith will increase, and then you will get blessings.
And Sanga Gingam Ninja Tap Damandama would take your rate up and a Sine Panet, Sine Comet, Laton Comet, Davota, Tene, Tendochitan, Tigola, Tenesta, Gilam, give him but and top him but a Mambuchi, that's the Tabmago, soon.
So when we are doing the secret Vajrayana practice, there are different methods taught there, and like the meditation of the Shine, the peace abiding, and the Shamatha, or the special insight, and also about the generation stages and about the completion stages of the meditation. So there are many different kind of methods being taught in this secret Vajrayana practice.
That's how Kirim Taji, Jerez, Karagane, the Lata the Kumgur, the Inen, the number dire. Or Rangita Lama Lama Tupala, Lam Sani Yomarita, Telatan Dedication.
So although there are many different kinds of practices within the secret Vajrayana practice, like when you are doing the generation stage meditation, you generate different kind of deities. But you may be meditating upon all different kinds of deities, but the essence is your own root Lama. There's no practice which you can do without your own root Lama. So all the different kind of practices, you may be visualizing different deities, but the essence is your own root Lama.
The cutting you when something that you love and the lamb ten, Lamianda Bating, the Imbala ten, and then that should have the teacher.
And also in kind of gratefulness to you or kindness to you, Lama is the most kindful to you, because that Lama is the one who taught you to show you the path, and then who teach you all these different kind of practices.
Then Pama of Gadinchambore, the Pamage, that's a chicky, send Didang, Dela Yabu, and Rojimang Butcher, Manchua, that and that's Lamting Ramando, Kewa Chimane Yane, Yari Yaru Dreg, Lamdi Pamala, then Nibarabota Yomarwa. They ended in a Darang, Racing Gate, and a Tagita Lama Gate, send dinner and Tanda dinner, then Mahomba Kyo, some Magigi Bato, then tapped it, that thing yours, they tapped it.
Our parents are also very kind and very grateful to us, but that kindness and grateful is only limited to within this very lifetime. Whatever our parents do, most of them are only limited to the good and for this lifetime, limited to this lifetime. Whereas our Lama is showing us the path to attain the complete enlightenment from now until complete enlightenment is attained. So the Lama is showing us the path. So whether we are able to achieve that thing or not is up on us. But the thing is, Lama is showing us the path from now until we reach enlightenment. That's why we regard the Lama as the most kind and the grateful person.
Sine down Tenzo Chikshawashira, Yungi Mene, Lauton to the Shirashing Mene, Tene, Lame Tutan, around Semi Elme doing some Medene, Dingala, Mayim Semayimba, Takarita to Tena, then Chilap Nurshus and Yakshuta with it in the Nayugore.
So you may be, if you can do those shamatha and vipassana, the peace, calm, abiding, and the special insight meditation is good. But if you don't know how to do those things, but if you able to merge your own ordinary mind with that of the wisdom mind of your own Lama, and without any distraction, keeping that in the meditation, and that is the best and the most swiftest path to achieve the blessings of the Lama.
Tene da Lama dege true drolgi duba shiksang aran truba nam dina ba duba gi tamshaba najin de duba de shituk gres.
So with this Lama is able to untie the knot of our own confusion that we have.
Tene kagyap migyun ruwasana da kagyap migyun ruwasana do go tom migulang trulwa truldeba temba mayimba tembrasum tene lasok bagita chi gokhor deba gita miktul deba tenzogi ruwa simji tendo tata tendro do zojes tanda rang cherang gita do naro jes tetabegi.
So we are supplicating that please, grant us the liberation right now for us who are confused and who think this mirage as a real thing.
Dene da Lama tamba sana da Lama gewe sing yandaba tamba yandaba kege dene tame simjin la sikdang tame be simjin nam la sirochis.
So we are again supplicating for the Lama to look upon all the limitless sentient beings.
So one debola kyobdang da so what that means suyine dela kyobrona.
And please protect us, whoever supplicates to you.
Mese dungwe tudar chicha changla kama ta mi dunga swe ma thobagi ki tukapte tang chichi deje mebe ki kap tani kale khapu thete be kapla nyangin da jingman ki tula sikchi ta nga zo dunga ta kangye yebe ki kapla tani kena be ki sirochi.
And also supplicating to look upon us when we are going through these unbearable sufferings, when very bad patches of a lifetime, and when we are going through all these things, please look upon us. Please grant your blessings. So we are supplicating.
Tene nyangin maro Lama Rinpoche dungi gyubachin ta Lama Rinpoche senen ta Lama Rinpoche dungi gyubachin ten dungi ta che nga zo ta dungi stunda ten ningbo ne ningbo pala ne yang ta ba gyubagi dungi gyubachin jilab ki phowa kin jilab pa simji sindala pa te tuba pho to kin tenda kin tokbe ting sejin ten to nyamda tokbe ki teng da yo teng dan den ba kirang se da.
So we are supplicating to Lama here, who is so you, who is the lineage holder from the meaning to meaning, which is from essence to essence, the lineage who passed down from essence to essence. And you who are able to bestow or who are able to transfer these blessings upon other disciples, other sentient beings. And who has perfected your own inner realization. And who has the clairvoyance, who can look through all the three times of all through the three times, who can see through this. And who can perform the miracles to various sentient beings according to their own capacities. And who are able to grant the blessings. It's like without any limitations. All the sentient beings who are going through all these sufferings and pains, and you by unbearable, with those seeing these unbearable sentient beings going through these sufferings, you're able to bestow, or you're able to transfer your blessings to all the sentient beings.
상계 lakchang sute basana 상계 dospa lakpa ki te shaye banashi.
Just like you're granting Buddha with your own hand, just like that. Just like giving one object to another person, just like that, you're offering or you're granting the blessings. This is just an example. There's nothing. It's not possible that they can, or any Lama can, just transfer the Buddha upon you. This is just an expression or just an example that they can, introduce you to your own nature of mind.
타말 나와지 봤더니 나랑기 타말기 나와지 반 유르투바
and that
나wan 유르네 다바람정기 좀 타메 나와지 반간 있더니 다바람정 다 통투바 다투바 뜬투바
and that you who can able to show me my own pure perception, who able to stop my own this ordinary perceptions and able to see the pure perception.
파파 지대원조 다치라 파파 지대원조스나 제레식스나 단인지당이세요.
So you who are the Papa Jigden Wangju means Avalokiteshvara, who is the Avalokiteshvara, who is the embodiment of all the compassion.
인후를 베팅네 직접소와 대소 스데만조 단인 타관에 계란라 간투도기 소와다 비스.
And we are supplicating from our heart as much as we can.
투진 zembrashudan 다케기 투지단 세웨기는 신로는 다지 다고갸로지.
And please look upon us with your love and compassion.
투인진 모두기 생각진다 모두 탐제기다 용공럽대 되니 지라레샷 라마.
So you are all the blessings, the root of all the blessings.
되네 다디 단다 가주서바 메바스지 되네 데라 가주서바 메바스나 다단다 다보가기 추규데 되네 양다고 인다 명기 되네 저바 단요때 태좀 내버려서
So here kaju tsoba meva says kaju without any arguments, without any questions. Which means that the lineage of the kaju, this kaju lineage, the view and the conduct of this kaju lineage is without any question, which means it's very pure.
kagyu chuji ina dene tsoba kyabyo maris tsoba kyabsene danganzo lobchon che yorwala tende sikwa lingyor te sikyo maris tsoba de lobchon gi che tanda chida tagum chusala ta pe kyen jana me bare sikyo.
So here when we refer to kagyu tsoba meba kagyu without any question, without any debate, without any argument, some people refer that as the debate that we do, that Buddhist debate. So they're saying that we follower of the Kagyu lineage should not be in the debating, the way of Tibetan debating. We should not be able to engage, we should not engage in this kind of debate because we said that it is Kagyu Tsopama without any debate or without an argument, but that doesn't refer to that one. Here it means that the lineage of the Kagyu and the view, conduct, and the meditation of the Kagyu lineage is very pure without any question, without any arguments.
Mukun duwanebe tile tenda dawasdan semjin ningmi tuge dul khabogi semjin denzoyan dene tile nasogi dene semjin dun chetuba.
And during this degenerative times, these sentient beings who are very difficult to tame, you are able to tame all these difficult to tame sentient beings.
Dene da zogwe sange ke nambala rangda semji tamjegi 고숨기 기회 싸워간 제 바탐제 때는 탐에 심지 탐제기 돈도 되네 단다 되네 풀긴 있으면 되다 희나봐.
So then we're saying that we are offering whatever positive actions and whatever virtues that we have accumulated through all three times, we are offering that to you at this time, right now.
저와 친구 시시 then K number again, so what you bring on the prove
and we are offering this root of all our virtues. Please accept this with great compassion.
Shen Roa Kungi, and Tadia Shen and Roa Simji Tamtiki. Think up to the Lama, Roa Simji Tamtiki, Kawa Chick, the Mayamba, Kawa and Kawa Mabula kept to the Kip. Then Lama Chis and Kerantabos, Lama Keranta, Mikip to Kerantabo, in a jingle of cheese, then in Tabanet and Chilabnaro cheese.
And by accepting my virtues that I've accumulated all 3 times, please accept this. And by accepting this, please grant us the Kama Bhamidya, you who are not just able to protect one lifetime to a lifetime, but you who can protect us from lifetime to lifetime until we achieve enlightenment. Please grant the blessings.
This is the ranking Ningala, and Heroka Kamaba, Heroka Nambala Shubade. Word Shune, that the word Shune, come up by Kusun 2 down, the word Shune, come up by Kusun 2 down, Arangi Luma is on Erme to de Ne Rania Kandromaya word show, the Emeto, the Telangaratoji Famaya word to show. Then they are Namkala Jason Yawashing, they are Namkala Jayawanashin, Yane, Chiamime Latene, Chakism Latene, the La Yambra Comtagores, Yambrasana.
Okay, at this point, the visualization we are having to come up in the form of the Heruka Chakra Samvara at the heart, and your own mind and the mind of that Heruka Chakra Samvara is blended and merged into one. The Heruka, the
Heruka, then Naraya, Toji the Jenny, then Toji Pama with the show. And
then you, as the Vajrayogini, dissolve into light, and then and then just like the rainbow disappears in the sky, just like that, your own body, who is meditating in the form of Vajrayogini, dissolve into light, and then meditate in the Mahamudra, the essence of Mahamudra.
Chajingalada Gazu to the day, Chela Dene Ban. Ta Digala Dene, Dichela, Padin Lama Tambala, so under the Chin. This is what about the Lama Tamba Seven. Tadi, what did I cross me being what I get Yaku to this?
And after that is a dedication prayer, and dedication without any object is the best and most sublime. And after that, the liturgy that you recite is all the dedication prayers.
Kosumini Base, then the Chidan that Sarge Samese Giva, La de Evadoni or then the Sarge Givas and Aranzo Giva that Chimbatawa, Chudumso, Subotumba, Sintumba, then some number Shava, then Sheriff Lasobata, Paradis, Togam, Chula Sobe, Kari, Yamin Chena Yao. Then Chevekabla, then Tambu Gechua Chula, then Tomarakewa, Bardukewa, Tamarakewa Sayore. Tomarakewa and Tambu Kulung, the Samjetam Bigitan in Samne, Karachi unit Chevate, then Tomarakewa. Bardukewa Sitan, the Palata, the Yamin Karachi and Dilatene, Semayimba, and Digi Malapa, Chevatel, Bardukewa. Tamarakewas and then Chulangoa, the Molam Geta Vatilatin, Tamarakewas. This could this sumge, then Kulungi, one Karekewa, Chachum Kare Paruchimba Tuk. Kare, Chena Yang, this sum, the Kulung that and Ba, and Chena. Then Chevayina, Kewa de, then Same Kewa Chagores.
So when we are talking about dedication, the best dedication is that without any free from 3 spheres of the objects, meditation, dedication. That's the best dedication. When we're talking about virtuous things, we have two kinds of virtues, and that's contaminated virtues and non-contaminated virtue. Whatever virtues you do, whether you do the practice of generosity, morality, or the perseverance, or any wisdom, or whether you do the 6 perfection or 10 perfection, whatever you do, these all comes within the contaminated virtues. And then when we are doing any kind of practice, we are talking of 3 excellences. The excellent in the beginning, in the middle, and the end. The excellent in the beginning is whatever practice you do, before you do the practice, you should generate the bodhicitta, the altruistic mind. You should think of all the sentient beings, that you are doing this practice for the sake of all sentient beings. So with such a strong altruistic mind, you should begin with your whatever prayer or practice you do. And the excellent in the middle means that whatever practice you're doing, you should do that without any distraction, with one-pointed, concentration. You should do that practice. And excellent at the end means after doing all this practice, you should dedicate all this virtues, whatever you have accumulated, to all the sentient beings. So when you have these 3 excellences, then whatever you do, your virtuous action will become a non-contaminated virtuous act. So we're talking about contaminated virtuous action. The act that you do, the virtuous act that you do, is the same thing. When you do these 6 perfections, generosity, morality, all those things, you do the same thing. But if those acts that you do is without these 3 excellences, although the act of doing the virtuous act is the same thing, but if these 3 excellences are not there, then that is called the contaminated virtuous act. And you will accumulate a positive act of virtuous thing from the action that you do, but that will be very limited and it will be exhausted very easily. So, for example, we have these generous persons that we see in our day-to-day life in our society, all people doing all these good acts and generous acts. But without these 3 excellencies, that person will accumulate some positive action, and the result of that action may, for example, like that person will be reborn in the higher realms, like God's realms. And while in the God's realm, that God's realm has, great wealth and great luxury things, all these things, and that person will be able to, enjoy all those things. But once that the positive action is exhausted from that God's realm, then that person may fall down within the lower realms or anywhere within this, so that's very limited positive actions that the person has accumulated. If you have done this practice with the 3 excellencies, then that person's positive act from that will never diminish. It will increase further and further.
Then the Lama Tata what the Jishibara, the Lama Tambala, so at the so. Then Kerala so at the inch the labor to the singular sheets, then Lama Zeba, Karikari chain and Tabagin, Lama Zeba, Yagachi, somebody and Ramada Kyun town and the year the Mary Sambagita, Kyun Matova. Since the labor to the singular, taking a Yabure, somebody Tana shall to the singular now.
So after that is the dedication prayer, and it says, I supplicate to the glorious Lama, and may you grant the blessings so that I may able to see whatever you do, whatever the Lama do in a positive and in a pure perception way. Whatever you do, anything that you do, may I not be able to see anything bad in you. So trying to able to generate the pure perception.
The Bartala Tangan, Kari Nawa Karishara unit, that into Yabu, that Tana joined of Jirido, Padilla Matamala, Chin level to watching those things.
So this
Tananki to which Lamnavis is.
So this supplication and dedication prayer is kind of supplicating so that we're able to generate the pure perception within us, so that we're able to see everything in this world, everything that we see in a positive and in pure perception way. So I will leave this here at where it says the Pandya Lama Tamba in the dedication section. So where you practice the pure perception. So if you have any question now, you can ask.
We do generation the bodhicitta mind through reading some part of the text from the book. If this is okay, or just this is enough, or it should follow some kind of extra kind of feelings you're supposed to feel towards sentient beings, that it's supposed to involve your completely consciousness, something more than just only reading the text.
타파송기 당고 토만 깨워져라. 토만 깨워는 데 만치게 배전한 강대라. 전죽심 계다 요레스 리랑 지기나 리 멤버야 단도 믹스에 심진 뭐 삼제 삼고 믹스에 삼지 지지고 심바지 요나스. That itself is enough. Yeah, that is the excellent in the beginning. Yes, but when you're reciting that line, those lines, you should be able to think of all sentient beings at that point.
The Pena Kiranda Tushing as a Dena, Tambota, Nakarajan Dungu, Rangaratina, Asimji Tamjela, Yaguan, Randa, Simji Tamjela, Yawe Chedo, Tichedo and Dungu, Samna, Tata Chatter.
Like, for example, when you're doing the practice of this 4-session Guru Yoga, and try to ask yourself why I am doing this practice, why I am reading this practice. And if you think that I am doing this practice for the sake of all sentient beings, including myself, then that is enough, if you can able to think that way.
Do we need an empowerment in order to do this?
No, there's no particular empowerment for this.
Why is it called 4 sessions?
Tunshi labgore tun juwe yore da de susu nyamnen jinge ra la gre tunshi sena da de la ra chik to ba mikne ta nyamnen de 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 tunshi la chen da tambo chudu da chige tora tortun sena torang gi tun dene shok tun sena nigong gi ba de shok tun da pena chudu ni ba sumba shiba jene dene shokwa chudu Da Tuba, Batovina, da Tundambul, Tibadu, Tundambula. Then it shows that Tune, Nigon, Batu Tuni, Tegro, and Tunis. Then you go Kalasa, Jela, and Tunji, then Kuntunje. Take a la Kondo, Yandi, Ponda Kalasa, then it's in Mania to the Kuba, that's Keba Kuba, Wakabadu, Tibadu, Tebatilla. Then it's certain Twin Shilla, Jenny, then I'm secure, Skeleton, Twin Shilla, then Twin Shigala, Tigaran,
So there are 4 sessions, and some texts they have 6 sessions. So the 4 sessions, this is you can do this in all the 4 sessions. So when we divide into 4 sessions, the first session is early in the morning, like 2 o'clock or 3 o'clock in the morning until 6, 7. That's the first morning, early morning session, and then take a breakfast, and after breakfast till the noon time and lunch time, that's the morning session. And then the 3rd session is in the afternoon session after your lunch till the supper time. And then after that is the after your supper, then until 9 o'clock around that time, that's the 4th session. So you can do this practice all the 4 sessions. So this is considered a very swift path. So that's why when you read this liturgy, it says that grant your blessing right now at this time, grant your blessing so that I can realize my own nature mind right at this time. So you're asking, and right at this time, right at this in the session. So this is very swift path. So you're asking to grant this blessing right at this time, right now. So we're saying that we need the blessings very fast, very quickly. So when you do this with a strong faith and devotion and the compassion, you will be able, just like we ask this particular Guru Yoga has the power to do that, but it all depends on our own faith, devotion, and compassion. So we, from the time, immemorial time, have all this kind of different obscurations, those obscuration of the afflictive emotion, obscuration of the habitual tendencies, and subtle obscurations. So because of all this, from the immemorial time, we are not able to get all these blessings from the lamas. Once we're able to purify all our obscurations, then yes, we will be able to get this very swiftly. Especially the stronger your faith, devotion, compassion that you have, the swifter the blessings will be.
What do you understand by saying receive the Lama blessing? It means like become enlightened or possess his knowledge, or what? Actually, I'm sorry for such materialistic question, but what I'm getting by receiving the blessing from Lama?
아마 지랍 가르쳐 그래. 산제기를 라마게 인데데 토부를 가르쳐 그래.
지랍다 담보들라 가르치는 라마 지랍세듯이 자도 추도 주스도 창도 된다 더에 가요 말았어. 근데 간에 더에 말았어. 가르쳐 버려서는 알아라. 아마 인지 친구면은 인지 치료도 왔다보다. 출라 이지다 대바 친구라면은 대바도 이지 치료도 와. 저는 라소바 잠당 인지 되는 지기 출라 되는 태선도 도바된 중요로 좋아.
So when you're talking about the blessings, there's nothing physically blessings coming to you like juice or tea or chang or anything like that coming to you or giving to you. That's not we are talking about. When you say blessings, when you do this practice and if your faith and devotion increases, that's the sign that you are getting the blessings of Lama. If you are getting more compassionate, that's also a sign that you are getting the blessings of Lama. And then from that, you're able to get lots of other good qualities from all those virtuous things like faith, devotion, compassion, they will gradually increase, and then by increasing of these faith and devotion, you have all other positive qualifications.
If we can't do it 4 times a day, because that's quite a lot for people who work in the world, could we do it once a day or whenever we can?
Yes, of course, if you're able to recite it even once a day is very good, because we have a lot of other things to do. And even if you cannot recite this once a day, it's okay if you can recite the Kamapacheno mantra and then, blend your own mind with that of the wisdom mind of Lama and try to meditate upon that and stay in that as long as possible. The first session that we are talking about here in the text talking about is, if you're doing a retreat on this the Guru Yoga, then we are talking about these 4 sessions. So it's good if you read this text and then try to understand the main point and the visualization of this text. And even if you cannot repeat the mantra of Kamapacheno, it's okay if just sitting there and blending your mind with the wisdom mind of Lama and sitting in the meditation in that state. Okay, if you have a question, just like before, we will recite this Guru Yoga once more. Lama de Jelon Jelon de Kula Soa de Mananga Danyam de Senjan Tamje Lama Tuje Trube Kula Soa de Mananga Danyam de Senjan Tamje Lama Sanje Rimbo Jela Soa de
Manam Gada Nyambe Sinja Danja Lama Juju Kula Sovandesu Manam Gada Nyambe Sinja Lama Jinja Lonju Sobe Kula Sovandesu Manam Gada Nyambe Sinja Danja Lama Tuje Trube Kula Sovandesu Guru Jiva Suna Ishe Kandro Chipo Paga Mara Tadu Jinsu Namje Tongla Se Dewa Mese Yurbe Gata Dendra Drame Shene Pulona Save Lama Mijyo Dorje Gelon Chalo Shenda Sunda Jen Tarje Yerme Dorje Tigur Se Dedan Yewa Mebe Tajan Se Salwan Tata Sanje Mugum Parawa Samje Chila Chila Urwa Samje Timonda Choye Mugum Parawa Namsa Lawa Meba Chata Tani Nine Sawa Nanshin Tongla Tongshin Lambo Yeme Lame Go Lame Kula Sawa Lame Kuye Shinla Deji Nonga Tongshin Tato Yeme Lame Son Lame Son La Wande Lame Son Ye Shinje Deshin Tongla Tongshin De Don Yeme Lame Tula Wande Lame Tuye Shinje Guru Rena Jumbe Nanga Jata Tube Bonya Genze Jela Nebo Uro Nyamda Topa Shara Lama Jimbo Shisi Sesu Tatu Jingye Lajre Shikso Zane Jodiru Jimbo La Tujo Dala Wanshi Chota Tumo Kutu Midin Gindam Barjes Kagi Malu Shivara Intu Kandu Jango Kala Nidin Trime Sonam Tiktivinye Bajudo Trivana Nanjra Maga Dondo Doloja Yishe Kandu Semo Kala Nidin Trime Sonam Tiktivinye Bajudo Trivana Nanjra Maga Dondo Ishe Kanto Marmo Kala Nidin Trime Sonam Vijese Tikje Nyeba Judo Trivana Nanjara Maga Dondo Doloja Ishe Kanto Marmo Kala Nidin Trime Sonam Vijese Tikje Nyeba Judo Trivana Nanjara Maga Dondo Doloja Ishe Kanto Marmo Kala Nidin Trime Sonam Vijese Tidin Yeba Judo Triba Ma Nanjura Maka Dando Dola Yishe Kanto Kala Nidin Trime Sona Vigis Tidin Yeba Judo Triba Nanjura Maka Dando Dola Yishe Kanto Tramo Kala Nidin Trime Sona Vigis Tidin Yeba Judo Triba Nanjura Maka Dando Dola Jebe Dorje Kawa Ponya Yanjen Jimma Save Chenle Tabo Om Jezin Dada Kunji Om Jenze Yeshi Jero Praja Karda Jawan Karma Ba Chimbo Sanje Chinlapki Kyazo Keno Yundin Ye Pongbo Nyeva Sangye Ge Nyebo Lama Nawa Tuye Wombo Choje Chugu Jizen Dorje Yangjen Gen Namsha Tingen Deme Reza Kushe Danye Tabo Kagyu Kami Yesin Ju Chinje Loba Remba Dan Trawe Yuba Keno Tamme Ge Truba Ransa Shikti Chuyen Timme Ge Raso Sewa Chile Ge Ngada Dusum Jimba Sewa Jimbo Nime Dudara Nazo Suje Sinjen Truzai Kewe Wambu Resa Tusa Tancheva Yimbe Mudrovge June Tamba Jeno Zekyawa Tamje Chido Dune Kalde Mimbra Zebe Ura Sheba Karma Baye Kamsam Tinye Nyoba Tanja Chitile Shila Rawan Domne Yishe Tesam Chila Trugyu Jidu Durje Yanje Pande Karma Bachimbo Ken Durje Chanje Yunde Gende Hero Kabane La Dende Kewe Wompo Sangye Dube Jigyawa Migyu Durje Keno Jawa Jidu Karma Bacheno Sangye Jidu Karma Bacheno Dije Jidu Karma Bacheno Damje Jemba Karma Bacheno Karma Sangye Jidu Geno Gundu Juje Geno Migyu Dorje La Sowan Dezo Juda Gazo La Sowan Dezo Tabo Gaju La Sowan Dezo Karma Kamsang La Sowan Dezo Jizun Kirang Dabru Shuje Chuje Kirang Dabru Shuje Lama Kirang Dabru Shuje Drogun Kirang Dabru Shuje Gaji Tamje Gemba Sangye Nyemba Trudo Nyewan Migyu Dorje Sowan Aye Minden Na Suyen De Tuje Kye Mizen Na Suye Se Sowan Dezo Shinye Lo Shi Cheto Sinje Tamje Gozo Nyingwen Du Lakbar Aidu Jijo Do Jebe Lo De Yurwa Mebe Chaya Jindo Ngojo Tsoje Chila Chula Mena Sula Jambe Tala Mijon Na Sula Jon Guden Aye Meshava Na Suye Shendurja Juje Mindur Na Suye Lenin Na Chila Mere Na Sula Re Tutor Chinkyu Ta Mijon Na Sula Tagi Tendun Gewa Kunge Gemma Lode Lungro Kanyam Simjin Tamji Majik Tukje Tukba Mebe Nidu Droa Mijona Sugon Sewe Dada Mijona Namjon Tudu Tisam Mijona Tuye Jidro Zodon La Jujurun Duba Shida Kaja Mijun Droa Dada Dendro Doze Lama Tamba Tame Simjin La Sidan Suwan De Dola Tija Zanla Gana Nyanyin Jingan Ge Luzo Sui Lama Rimbo Che Tingi Juba Silar Ge Pova Ge Tokbe Tingze Jen Wishin Shindan Demba Zundre Kuba Dende Sume Karin Sangye La Jansu Tumba Babna Nawa Jude Daba Ramjan Tumba Baba Jigden Wanjo Ningo Rubeti Chik Dukso Wan Deso Tuji Zimbra Shula Wuzurge Singa Jin Kaji Subane Mugun Dulwa Nube Tile Tinda Jawa Sube Sangye Tamba Tamne Ngiza Dan Jeba Tamne Simjin Gedin Tata Nido Bullo Tsewa Chimbu Shishi Shinyan Jowa Kunge Tinga Dukra Keranda Buru Nyingne Jinge Lo Shi Pazen Lama Damba Nasowa Juzu Tinze Lengra Tawa Jinge Lo Si sung samran zemba jinje lo je doye jidro zo Gewa ne gewa zera ne zera tamje do praden lama tamba gebe jawa tamendra Jinge lo she mi gebe jawa namba tamje do minjon wa jinge lo she gewa ne gewa zera ne zera tamje lo de lama la jene chu jinge kasal kana wa de la kodo len nu bra jinge lo to gui ge mo son da che ge ge zha zhe bra jinge lo nin la ru ba dong bo ra ye bra jinge lo yin bra je wa nin ne chen ba da mu gu na ma je Sin lo taro jimbe ngin jonge mi ju gawe chilan chukura che kewa kundu prade karma mi ju dorje lama tenje ne sanga dorje tekba lame kenzo lamje zonjo kodro sho kewa kundu yonzen tamba sho shana shuben zimba kundu Idam nimbo praden dewa je kolo dombe je so zingiro je lam ye nyubo mugwe cha Silo ngo praden lame gu songjo do je jang ye ko wan ye nenjuro tenma tuto san je ko ba de la sen je dam je ge turjre da so sen je dam je ge ro be di che do ngo praden san je nim da ya se Tan Sheta Sera Kundur Mendra Tabu Gaju La Sovan Dezo Micho Duzum Kemba La Sovan Dezo Trukya Karma Kamzan La Sovan Dezo Tuye Jen Ranchu Kunjen La Sovan Dezo Nupa Jen Sanje Nyemba La Sovan Dezo Chizan Jen Gawe Yang Jen La Sovan Dezo Chizan Dorje Yang Jen La Sovan Dezo Jume Dorje Gawa La Sovan Dezo Dame Yang Sambo La Sovan Dezo Jemme Mugye Sambo La Sovan Dezo Kya Tume La Sovan Dezo Tuje Tume La Sovan Dezo Nuba Tume La Sovan Dezo Jin Nine Sewa Jinje Lo She Shemba Tine Lobra Jinje Lo She Shiyang Gume Dobra Jinje Lo She Meda Nishe Jewara Jinje Lo She Nire Mebe Tuje Chen La Sovan Dezo Cholong Mebe Chen Le Chen La Sovan Dezo Ngache Mebe Chen La Sovan Dezo Ponde Tenjin Ge Zeba Chen La Sovan Dezo Yenwan Chuta Yazo La Sovan Dezo Kunye Mege Dorje La Sovan Dezo Yawa Kuncho Yan La Sovan Dezo Jize Wancho Dorje La Sovan Dezo Karawan Chuje Wancho La Sovan Dezo Yazo Chuyin Dorje La Sovan Paraden Yishe Nimbo La Sovan Dezo Sume Yishe Dorje La Sovan Dezo Panshen Chuje Dondrup La Sovan Dezo Gyawan Chanchu Dorje La Sovan Dezo Sito Chuye Jume La Sovan Dezo Jizun Dudul Dorje La Sovan Dezo Mibam Chutuk Yazo La Sovan Dezo Pema Ninje Wombo La Sovan Dezo Gyawan Dejo La Sovan Dezo Jize Loje Daye La Sovan Dezo Kunzan Kaja Dorje La Sovan Dezo Pema Wonju Dorgo La Sovan Dezo Paraden Ginze Waze La Sovan Dezo Ronjon Rigbe Dorje La Sovan Dezo Jinjen Zave Lama La Sovan Dezo Shingam Chube Kaba La Sovan Dezo Ramjan Shinge Tabo La Sovan Dezo Sanju Rewa Lente Ba La Sovan Che Chawa Dine Terba Tocho Maye Sondev So Trapa Tana Dundru Kene So Jibe Nalam Dolin Che Chachangi Sonje Kiko Duma Chene Ta Nukjo Dewa Chinge Shingam Na Jizun Dorje Yangjin Dini Baba Che Se Wancho Shindo Karwe Wasrege Cha Ringburu Kyang Lava Yangum Zamla Dembra Shegi Shevaye Ninjikbe Uchimbo Jimbe Jojo Dobo Jemazo Andeso Ninjikbe Uchimbo Jimbe Jojo Dobo Jemazo Andeso Ninjikbe Uchimbo Jimbe Jojo Dobo Jemazo Andeso Kishin Jewa Dane Damje Do Risa Lose Ngaje Mebada Ninje Jishin Lama Lakure Parde Lame Tamsi Lane Sho Palde Lame Nambra Tarbala Kije Samya Loda Minje Shinze Lebra Tongwe Muguje Lame Chila Samla Jubara Sho Kewa Kundo Yanda Lama Kame Choye Bala Lonje Sana Lamye Yunde Ranzore Lurje Jange Goma Nyuro Sho Jizo Bende Tende Na Samba Ranjung Lurje Kaju Lame Soye Gro Damu Tongwe Soande Nanse Jinge Labdo Mulinjo Lurje Tende Chumden Doje Shembo La Jawa Jazu Soye Gro Damu Tongwe Soande Nanse Jinge Labdo Barwe Longire Na Chove Jabo Tacho La Bao Jazu Soye Gro Damu Tongwe Soande Nanse Jinge Labdo Yung Kaju Dabe Sheye Na Yung Sanwa Yishe Draje La Kandro Jazu Soye Damu Tongwe Soande Nanse Jinge Labdo Tinda Ba La Yishe Loben Beman Jung La Junto Jazu Soye Damu Tongwe Soande Nanse Jinge Labdo Wo Tamsi Chendu Sheye Na Chujong Mangun Changre La Damden Jazu Soye Damu Tongwe Soande Nanse Jinge Labdo Sawa Jubra Chenam La Dejen Jubra Sanda Dakan Trundro Sanjana Namba Gunjen Toba Sho Yishin Onye Badana Janjo Simye Tenle Je Tuje Wazre Chok Churu Chok Nyen Bawa Nye Dan Zamyen Dewe Tashi Zamyen Dewe Hanze Ru Su Nam De Tamje Sipa Nye Tomne Nye Ben Chanam Tamje Ne Kigra Naje Bala Chuba Ye Sipe Sole Droma Drova Ishu Thank you. Good night. Not now, but later. Anila ya lo pigin de. Ha la so. Sinja na.